now.
Okay,
Hi,
cool.
everybody.
Hello, Internet.
I've redone the overlay for
I'm
the
alive.
15th time, but I think it looks better now.
I gotta see. Do you have it pinned? You don't.
It's in the stream channel in CT.
I think I muted.
You want to see my new intro page?
Sure. Well, let me see. Oh, that's cool. The little animated temple
Yeah.
and the face cam. Nice.
Yeah, we'll see how long I keep that. But I think the layout works better. I have y'all stuff on a slideshow instead of just crammed all over the page.
Now I get to watch your reaction when Elrod mitigates like 300 damage in over 4 rounds.
And I can do that. Look, I can test it. So,
Oh, hi,
Your
Silva.
phone. Oh, hi, Zelda.
I'm following myself.
She just showed up for a second. Oh wait, I can rewind. Oh no.
Yeah, I have it timed with the GIF because it stops, it freezes after I do it. Look,
That's
so
cool.
It freezes.
the GIF doesn't.
It freezes out.
Yeah,
Why?
the GIF doesn't
Oh,
loop,
look at
so.
Damn, you just got a donation.
That's
Whoa.
I did it to myself. Yeah,
This is a destination.
those are the only two I've set up because that's all I can get right now.
Hmm.
But I've redone all my overlays and stuff. I'm finally getting somewhere here. But let's kick this off. Does anybody want to recap 2 weeks ago?
Ooh.
Go for it.
So essentially, after our fight with the Green Dragon, we landed in the camp of the Allied forces because that's just what I've dubbed them. I don't know what their name is.
They don't have a name.
They're the Allied forces now, and we had a big meeting with the main leaders of each army. Who was it that made asses of us? I think Wallace got drunk and
I think it was Waller.
basically
yeah.
told them off, and
Oh, you got
Doran was being edgy too. There was a heartfelt reunion between Elrod and Arkin, and not Elrod and his brother. And other than
That
that,
may have been in his mind.
I tried to get bow training.
I think Koromon was doing things with Elrod's mom, and I don't quite recall much else other than that. Oh yeah, Elrod's dad might be here, and he's not happy about that. The
Okay.
Queen is pregnant. So Elrod wrote a letter to tell us about that. That's about all I remember.
Karaman is your new stepfather. I tried to get bow training. Went through Mona's things. Oh yeah, we have like 4 tries now with the cards.
Yeah.
Sorry if I forgot anyone's. Oh yeah, and there was lots of. I think Rix, you got a pep talk, and then learn how to use a bow.
It was
Remember that.
well. It was a disappointing pep talk, but I got
Yeah.
integrated afterwards.
Hey, I
Oh
tried.
yeah.
I tried. I think it's.
Pretty much. Firebird also sent off a letter back to his ship to see if he could get reinforcements from his crew.
Oh, and Wallace sent that letter too.
Yeah, Wallace sent one back home. So, that takes us to tonight, where we're going to kick off with some music, because I actually crammed a bunch of music in here after remembering everything got canceled, or everything got removed.
Oh shit! Of course, people just come home now. I like the music. Let's hang out with Elvira. I'll be right back.
Well, okay. So,
It's a good summary.
you guys took the night to kind of relax, recover. You've had a rough little trip over here because of the dragon. And so, my face cam is useless because you can't see my hands. That's the whole point of it, was to see the... There we go. You guys had a nice night relaxing. Everybody kind of did what they did. As I just went over, Wallace is still passed out on the table, drunk. Dorn and Umbra went off their own direction, and everybody kind of did their own thing. As you guys kind of get up in the next morning here, and emerge out into the morning sun, you find that most of the camp is empty. Per the discussions with the council yesterday, most of the groups have already left. You find the group over here where Arkin was at, their tents are still there, but the soldiers that were there and Arkin and all of them, they're gone. All the Altaran over here on the left have left, including the Telenbrahma, the land shark. Up here in the northern part of the camp, those strange adventurers that you guys kind of noticed are gone as well, and just anybody that you've seen, the group of druids, there's very few people left in the camp beyond a few stragglers or new arrivals, or some of the more upper rank elven commanders who are here to keep things running. But for the most part, all the footmen, all the soldiers, all that, they're gone. They've dispersed for the morning, leaving kind of you guys. The druid that accompanied Wallace is nowhere to be seen. Sora's still around, though. Besides that, it's kind of to you guys. You guys know your mission. It's to take out as directed by the elf Velitrius, to remove or help take down the anti-magic totem sort of thing that they discovered is causing havoc out on the battlefield. That is causing spells to backfire, it's preventing healing, all sorts of things. It's just causing a massive chaos for their forces. He's tasked your group as a sort of special units group to invade, and not necessarily invade, but to find a way to take it down as quickly as possible. Besides that, you guys don't really have a general direction. You don't have a game plan on where you're going. You know where it's at. You've seen the map. If we flip back over to the map, they've pointed it out on the map here that it is right here, just over the cliff past the orcish town of Lurek, which is obviously going to be the first thing standing in your way.
Where did Silva go?
Silva has been reassigned. She was here before you guys arrived. Everybody who was already here has already had this as an assignment.
We have decided not to venture into the Underdark, correct?
Yeah, you guys decided not to go this way. The druids, so just to recap here, let me grab the arrow. The druidic forces headed this way. They're trying to find a way, clear a path to maybe cut across the bay. Arkin's forces went this way, trying to cut a path through here to get some advancements done, or perhaps flank from back here. The Altaran are making a push straight to the front lines. Along with a few naval ships. And then just the other forces are being sent out, mostly accompanying the Altaran, because the biggest point to capture right now is this. You've got to get the armies have got to get access beyond this city to actually get up on the cliff and scale the cliff and get going. Arkin and them thankfully are coming here where the land is flat, and if they can secure a foothold here, then the forces might be redirected over there. But
So,
we will see how that goes.
The magic totems that were messing things up, or are
It's this.
those things on the map? Okay.
Yeah, it's this
That's
one
what
right
we're
here.
sent to destroy, right?
That's
Yeah,
what y'all been
that's
tasked
what
with
we were
removing, yes.
tasked to destroy.
Okay.
So we're going right into the. Okay.
And this guy's dead. The ancient Elder Great Dragon is dead.
Oh, there was another one.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so as a recap, the information y'all were given is the orcs use this strange type of celestial magic. They seem to be more intelligent than your standard orcs. They're more shamanistic, though they still have their heavy frontliners and the old orcish ways. They seem to be more honorable. If somebody is wounded on the battlefield, they will return them to be healed to fight another day so they can die honorably on the field of battle. And they have dragon riders.
Terrifying.
Yes.
Did I miss anything else? Sorry about getting off.
I was just recapping the morning, that the camp is pretty much empty. Everybody that was assigned is already pretty much gone.
Is low trick still around?
Nope, they're gone. So at this point, it is to you guys. You guys don't have a plan of action. You have your map. You have the map provided to you on the table that Wallace is sleeping on. And you have the knowledge you've been given. How do you guys want to start planning this out? Also, hi, Dorn. Welcome.
Hi, Doran.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I know what Elrod does in the morning, but I'm gonna wait. He's gonna be late for the party. I don't know which tents are ours, but
Y'all don't have any.
Oh, Mystic, by the way, I
Yes.
spent
Slipped
all
under
my
the-
healing slots yesterday healing all the wounded people.
That's
so-
fine. You've rested. You've had a full
Yeah,
rest.
I know, I just wanted to make it clear.
Okay.
anyone has anything they want to say, or is Elrod just gonna roll on?
Go ahead.
And the NPCs are off on their own missions. You said, Mist?
Yes.
Okay. After a heartfelt goodbye to Elvira, and Elrod actually goes back to his tent.
Bless you.
Spends some time alone.
Sorry, thank you.
He's actually, one of the reasons he's late, is I'm gonna pray for guidance.
Religion.
Alright. It's not bad for him.
You make a heartfelt prayer that gives you this boost of confidence. You feel like your words were heard. But unlike Kovan does, you don't get any kind of divine response.
Awesome. Thanks, Cam. Thanks, buddy.
No problem. No problem.
He brought me a soda. What a good
Some
brother.
people are just better at it than others.
God, Kovan, it's not all about the glow of your prayers.
Just, meeting your divine god is cool. Whatever.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Morning,
Well,
everyone.
Oh, good morning. Oh, what a great morning.
Morning.
Oh wait, where's everybody gone? Oh, right.
I think they're already left.
They've all been reassigned, yes. Where have our friends gone? I think you said Elvira was with them. You told me this before.
Elvira's got her own group. Umbra has her own group. Everybody's kind of got their own group. Even the druid that ran off, that was with Wallace, that ran off to train with the other druids, is not to be found as well.
Well, blessing our curse, our companions have been given their own little groups to run with and track them. We are that strike force, as we have been told. Our mission today is to deal with the magical pylon that's in the distance. Preventing our troops from advancing. We are the strike team. I think.
And how are we going to defeat this magical pylon, even if we get to it?
That's an excellent question. I'm gonna pull out my map.
Okay.
Warren? Mr. Magic, do you have any idea what would cause that type of thing?
He's in the tent. He's studying the map in there.
Never mind.
Oh, that might be a better idea. Elrod's gonna head in.
Oh yeah, there is a map
Hey,
in there.
why don't we go inside the tent so we can go wake up
Oh yeah,
Wallace?
Wallace is asleep on the table, isn't he?
Yep.
Oh.
I was
guess we're
treating
preparing for war.
that he was the Orkwood town towards the south. I don't know the name of
I
it.
thought you were just like studying Wallace as the map.
Can you move Wallace? I cannot see the map very well.
Sure,
I
and
just
he's
kinda-
gonna
You beat all
he's
that
gonna
to it.
fire a little bolt of fire into his.
He kind of yelps and rolls over and then just flops off the table.
Problem
Alright.
solved.
We're down to Wallace.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Fair enough. And can I get another look at the map, Mist, if you don't mind?
Yeah. And for now, Aelith and Corban are just not with you guys at the moment.
Understood.
Oh, you on camera?
I'm sorry, what's
Yes.
the red X?
No baby butts on camera.
It's a dead dragon.
That's the green dragon you guys fought.
Gotcha.
And roughly, what is the scale of this distance again?
6
Mile.
squares.
6 squares. Sweet. Teleport there.
Not too far away. We can make it by sundown.
Yeah.
There you go, now do it. Yeah.
Do you have a rough scale?
Yeah.
in mind, Mist?
Oh my god, it's not doing it. Hold on. Okay, I'll try it.
Oh,
Ah.
oh,
29 miles.
So that's a day's. So that's like half a day's walk. Okay.
Yeah, this island is massive. Hey, come here. You want to say hi to the camera?
Well, I mean, if you want me to, I guess I could turn on the webcam.
Come here. Look.
Dad's ready for that.
Say hi.
Wait till baby.
Small child.
No, don't hit the keyboard.
Hi.
Don't eat that either. Alana, say hi.
Just ate something.
Yeah.
Give little kisses.
Yeah. Say hi. Okay. Yeah, she's. Hey,
All the
Alana.
inspiration we need for war.
Alana, can you say baby? Okay. Bye, baby.
Using the child to boost your views on Twitch. Smart man.
I don't know.
Good
I'll-
smart move.
I lost 2 viewers in that 2 minutes.
Did you really?
It was probably them popping in to see her. Okay, yeah, so it's about a half a day walk, not counting the scale of the cliff.
Right. Well, we do have. If it's about a half a day's walk, we do have the advantage of being a small group.
I don't know about a.
Is this encampment still here? Like, are
Yes.
there orcs there?
Yeah, that's the city that the Altaran are fighting at the moment.
Okay, so
sorry.
I was gonna say, so they're acting as a distractionary force essentially, so we can get behind enemy line.
Yeah, you
We
guys.
could just try to sneak behind them if the Altari are trying to take that city.
Rod picks up a piece of chalk and starts drawing. Oh, sorry about that. He then smudges it because he messed up, and then draws it. Because we are a small group and the Altaran force is quite large, we can slip through the forest at least at first before making a direct cut towards the cliff. This will at least help us avoid the majority of the fighting, and at the most we need to deal with a few scouts in the bushes.
Well, they're still gonna be looking for skirmishers.
Of course, and we can deal with a skirmishing party. We can't deal with an army.
Well, maybe you couldn't deal with an army.
Yes. But that's not what we're meant to do. So it's not worth wasting our time on.
I don't know. I'm fearful about engaging straight around the battlefield. What if we get spotted?
Well, then we fight. But that's why we stick to the tree cover until it's absolutely necessary. In fact, he again smudges out his crayon-ass drawings.
Do you have to ruin every map?
Look, chalk is here for a reason.
I think Wallace.
I don't know if y'all can hear my daughter in the background going "arr" because she has the letter R in her hand, and she's holding it up like a periscope for a pirate.
She's doing a Firebeard impression.
I don't know where she learned that, but I'll just record those for you and play them every time.
Just his morning noises.
Well, at least that's the plan I could think of. Does anyone else have any ideas? And no, we're not engaging them head on, Dawn.
That wasn't my plan. You
He just
imbecile.
kind of smirks at you.
And he's gonna reach his hand into his duster and kind of pull out a skull and put it on the table and kind of tap on. Bob, do you know any hidden paths around here? Something that we could not die getting to the.
Darn,
I'm gonna
who are
roll
you
nature.
talking to? That's a skull?
Is that a skull?
It's a
that's
skull.
What? Why do you have? Where did it come from? What?
He's magic. Just leave it at that.
Oh,
Go ahead.
all
Tell
right.
us about the skull. Come on.
I get close to Doran and the skull and try to touch it over the table. What's this? It's weird. I don't think I can. Yeah.
What does Bob say, huh?
What does Bob say?
You want me to draw for you?
If you want, I mean, you know
I'll
what to
do it.
do with.
I was gonna give you your nature check in a second. I was
Oh, nature check.
They're poking, or Bretta is poking Bob at the moment.
Oh. You would see where his eyes would have been if he was alive. Kind of little orange orbs just kind of appear, and they kind of look you up and down and go.
Oh.
You hear a sharp whistling sound through what appears to be a lack of gums, and
He's a ladies' man.
It's a little strong.
Skull talked.
He's an admirer
I
of
think.
ladies.
Oh,
yes.
I like this skull. Can I keep it?
Hands off. Find your own assistant.
Oh, dear Lord.
So
I back away from the table, just looking at the skull.
Bob kind of floats
Hello?
up to take a look at the map. He just kind of scans over it, processing the information he might know, and he picks up a piece of chalk as well
With his mouth.
with his mouth. And he draws this.
With magic.
Yeah, he could probably just levitate it a little.
I know, but him biting it is funnier.
There's no real secret passage, but this way prevents you a cliff climb.
It's also protected by what's his Arkan's forces. We could use them as a distraction while we go the other way, because aren't they headed toward?
That's true. Climbing the
Does-
cliff itself would be quite the
That way?
disadvantage.
It does require landing on shore, which can be more easily defended.
Not as easily as a cliff.
Well,
I like the plan
if
of
they're
attack in
expecting
red.
Yeah. Firebeard. He just crawls up and draws in the red chalk.
Less walking.
What's this walking? I'm gonna have to
Well, how are
veto
we
that.
gonna get up the cliffside? Do we have enough? Do we have climbing equipment?
I can get us up that,
I have
but
these.
Oh, you can.
it's gonna stand out like a sore thumb.
Elrod pulls out golden shining rope. Well, I'd rather not use it. It's useful, so I don't want to use it. And I don't know if it's enough for all of us.
Give me just 1 second. I can pull up what I'm.
Yeah.
I
so
actually do quite like Bob's plan.
Bob drew a second
Yeah.
arrow here along the side, so you could go that way as well, but he took note of the defense towers there.
Yeah.
Yes, that is a problem.
Those will probably be a problem for you regardless of which way you go.
But it'd probably be better than delivering ourselves right into the firing range as we're coming ashore. At
do we
least
have
with-
a
I
At
mean,
least
it
we
have
seems
a
like
robot
we have
we can
two
use?
options. We have Bob's plan, and then we have Firebeard's plan, basically to go straight in and up the cliff.
Bob's
Face-
first plan.
Elrod, if we are to get up the cliff somewhat easily, I think I'm gonna need your help.
How so?
He's gonna reach into his duster again. He's gonna pull out his notebook, and he's gonna basically open it to a certain page and kind of put it down on the table.
What is this? He's gonna kind of arc his neck and look at the book.
Oh. He
Oh, did you
posted.
link something?
Yeah, he posted the spell in chat.
Yeah, so look in chat.
I see.
But, like I said, we're going to stand out like a sore thumb the minute that a magical bridge of dark energy pulls itself out of nothingness and we start walking through.
Right.
I think it's
Besides-
better if we climb up.
No, I'm still leaning on towards Bob's plan, the first one. Only because we won't have towers shooting at us while we're trying to get to shore. We have Arkad's forces, which have already begun their attack. So if we go, he'll pick up the chalk again while still kind of half looking at the book, like this, and try to avoid the majority of the fighting, which is probably going on here and here. Try to hug the coast, maybe. He's just marking the shit out of this map. So
Do we have a boat or something that we could use? Is there,
I hope they
So-
left something behind for us.
you know?
I'm sure they did. We'll find one. And if not, I'll take my father's damn ship.
Oh well, okay.
A smaller boat would certainly be a much
Yeah,
stealthier
let's-
option.
Yeah,
Be a
let's
small
look-
boat when I
look-
ran
Yeah.
to the beach side.
Yeah, because
mean,
they maybe have something
We
to
can even
defend
do
it
2
there.
or 3 rowboats.
That's true.
That was what I was hoping for. Maybe some small canoes or rowboats or something to pass through this.
Okay. So let's say it goes well. We don't run into too many things. What we do run into, we can deal with. We reach this magical tower of disruption. What the? How in the world are we? I mean, are we gonna hit it really hard? Like what?
Well,
Shall we bring torches? Do we know what it's made of?
Dawn and I could try to blow it up.
I mean,
All magic
Dorn,
has a
have you ever
weakness.
run into? How do we have like something that could dispel like some type of protection or something around it? I'm sure it's protect.
Of course. If Dawn is given enough time, he could likely figure it out and dispel it himself. If the two of us
Okay.
were on it, we could probably figure it out faster, but the problem is we're going to need me on the front lines to keep Dawn and the rest of you, alive.
Yeah,
I would
think
appreciate
it-
that.
I
We're
mean,
going to
I
need to
think
set
it
up
would-
a perimeter there. Thankfully, we won't need to worry about forces coming from behind as much because Arkan's forces are occupying them, where I've noted.
Those
Yeah, I
two
mean,
watchtowers are
basically-
going to be an issue,
so-
though.
Okay, so basically, it's get to the watchtower, protect Dorn while he figures out a way to get past any defenses that we find, and figure out a way to destroy it.
Yes, unless anyone can think of a
Okay.
better plan.
They would
That's a good
probably-
plan.
There will probably be a group defending that tower, I think, if it's so important to them.
Oh, I'm
course.
sure.
We,
But
we
we
need
have
some kind
two
of surprise
major
attack, I think.
we have two major offensives going on at the current moment. There's no way some of their forces haven't been diverted from the area. Of course, their
true.
core defensive force will remain, but a garrison force is nothing like their entire strike. So,
I mean, we could also get the airship. Oh wait,
you
No,
want to take
that's
the airship.
no.
I don't think that would go over well with the captain.
Is it still in one piece?
would it? Firebeard, is that okay with you?
What? I
Yeah.
actually didn't hear anything. You
He,
just, like,
he said that wouldn't go over well with the captain. So Dorn looks over at Firebeard and goes, "I don't know. Is that okay with you? Can we take the?"
As if he's captain of the airship.
it's fine.
So generous.
Now that is a little too obvious, and the ship is still in disrepair.
We'll stick out like a sore thumb, and if there is another dragon, well,
And we could crash the ship into the damn thing, but that's also not a very good idea.
Oh, I
because we-
mean, that's
we
kind
need
of
the
a
ship.
waste of a great airship.
Yes. Seems like a waste.
I
Well, we'll
mean,
keep that in
that
mind.
plan they wouldn't see coming.
And
No,
true.
that's true. They would not.
Absolutely true.
But I mean, that would also
Your
make it
airship
quite
also-
hard to get home.
If the,
It
if the
also
orc
kind of
army,
crash landed into the sea when y'all got here.
Oh, did it actually
so-
crash?
So it's
Wait,
probably
why did it
been here for a
crash?
while.
Under repairs.
Yeah.
if the orc army is attempting to defend their fortifications in the city,
See
they'd
where
probably
the-
have siege equipment, right? Weapons that we could use perhaps against their own tower.
That would. Oh yes, that's very true. I don't know if they would have any siege weapons around the
Yeah, that would-
totem, but
Mm.
that is something to keep in mind if we can secure any along the way. Interesting. Well,
Alright,
kinda
I
co-
think we have a plan.
I suppose our best bet now is to get to the tree line and scout from there.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Bob plan number one: cross the shore, make use of Arkin's forces distracting, and into the trees.
And you know what they say.
And again,
Best
he's
laid
smudges-
planes fall apart the second you see the enemy.
Of course. He'll smudge
Let's
everything
hope
out
to not see
again.
them.
So we want to avoid fire from the village. So we'll go a little bit outwards, but not enough to get in on the fighting, and then through the trees. Follow the coast of the trees.
Well, there would have had to been something that Arkan's forces did in order to get across the way. They would have at least cleared a path.
Of course. And the fact that the Altarans are attacking the city helps. Their archers are likely aren't going to be bothered with a few, us going by. Not saying some pot shots won't fly our way, but they have bigger things to worry about while we talk. However, we should definitely get moving if we're going to continue to use their distraction to our advantage.
Well, I
Sounds
guess
good.
first things first. Let's see if we have the supplies to even go across the little.
The riverless. Can we search for? Is there like in the harbor area?
There's a harbor area.
Okay, I'll go over and search for some rowboats or some type of You know, if
Are
you
there any
want, we can leave some
explosives?
people here to continue to plan, and a few of us can go and try and get supplies and go and get what we need.
I will help, but I can also plan. Which would you rather have me do? He just looks to all of you.
You should plan, and I'll go find some boats. Um, do we need anything else? I mean, do we need, like, what other stuff should we get? Should we try and, like, bring some gunpowder or something like that? Like, I don't know, is there like a
That might be worth considering.
like a
Aye,
a
all we can
bomb
get.
or I mean, that would be a firebeard type of thing to go get.
Firebeard, can you secure us a charge of gunpowder in the case that we can't defuse it magically?
Oh, absolutely. Now you're
I
speaking
figured
me
you'd be up
language.
for that.
That's what I'd like to
Yeah,
hear.
get as much as you can carry, or as much will fit in the boat.
You understand that he's going to come back with an entire rowboat full of gunpowder and no room for
Oh,
anybody
that's
else.
fucked. Why don't we just
Then we're
sail
gonna
a
need
rowboat
another
full of
rowboat.
gunpowder at them while we pick.
Well, I can't say I'm upset by that fact.
I'll be
Uh,
in the
we'll be
boat in
taking-
the back.
If they'll be taking pot shots at a boat filled with gunpowder, let's hope they don't
Firebeard,
have
don't actually
flaming
do that,
arrows.
please.
Can't hear ya.
Get us enough to blow up a mast. That's about how much we need. If not, maybe 2 or 3 tons more. Does that
Maybe
sound
bring your
doable?
weight on gunpowder.
Does that sound doable, Firebeard? 2 or 3 masts?
These are-
I
Understand. Excellent.
Yes.
So, as every, I'm assuming that then let's say anyone else wants to say anything, we're gonna like, they're gonna go. Everyone's gonna split up and start gathering supplies and stuff. Because I want to make a check when Elrod's alone and planning. Oh, he's talking to someone.
Yeah, I mean, well, let's think about this. Do we need anything else? We have something like a backup plan. Do we need any like supplies or like
Well, obviously stock
I
up
don't
on
know,
food.
food
I've
or
stocked up
something?
on food already.
Yeah, I mean, bandages,
it's,
food, any potions that we can find or anything like that, or like I don't know,
I
there
never,
any
I
Have
never
those
horse
used,
supply.
I
I
never
would think
used,
the departing army would have taken all that they can get.
Yeah, probably.
I've never used, I never used my potions when we cleansed Temblar.
Ah, that's
but
true. Yeah.
that's- again, I only have enough for me. I can protect you, but I can't feed you. So while
Spoon feed.
while Firebeard's getting gunpowder, anyone who wants to help Kovan look for rowboats, do that. Anyone else who needs, if you need to stock up on food, I'd say at least bring 3 days worth at the bare minimum. I think I have about 7. We
Anything
understand?
else that anyone can think of that we need to kill people and destroy a magical tower?
We do need to prepare to go back, especially if our plan fails.
I mean, if worse comes to worse, axes.
Yes.
Well,
No.
yeah.
But Rix does have a valid concern. Luckily, because we're coming in from the tree line, and this time instead of chalk, he just pointed his finger. If all goes awful and we cannot overtake the camp, or we are surrounded, if Arkan's forces can't hold them and we're surrounded from this side and these, we can retreat into the trees and even dive into the water and swim if we must. If the orcs are as honorable as they say, they won't shoot us in the back if we're swimming away. Not saying
Well,
I'm counting
Tanaka, I
on
hope you luck water.
that. And I missed you there.
Yes.
When we break, and if anyone, I'm not trying to cut anyone off if people have more things to say, but can I make an int check for Elrod to try to see if there's anything else he can gather from the information presented to us and the resources we have?
Sure.
Cool. Oh, tactics roll. Fuck. Damn, look at Bob, that's nice. Yes, Butter, that skull is flirting with you.
You're not able to really pick up any more information outside of what you've been told and what you've gathered.
Okay,
Anyone want to help me try and find some canoes or boats or something like that?
I'll tag along with you.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for my book and see if I can find anything else of use.
Yeah, try and think of spells and stuff. Mist, what would I roll for looking for like transportation with
Well,
the
you-
assistance of?
You just go check the harbor. You don't necessarily
Okay,
have to
cool.
roll. You might have to talk to somebody.
Okay. I'll go over to the harbor. And is there any dock hands or anything like that? Or
Yes, you see a couple of elves over there. They're inspecting the various ships, keeping an eye on things. They are decked out in armor. One of them has a clipboard hanging from his hip. Throughout the harbor, there's several different types of ships. There's the big one that belongs to Orad's father. There's the obvious Altarian Navy ships. There's a few other ships, and some of them have obviously have rowboats hanging on them somewhere as, escape routes or to travel from closer to shore safer instead of dragging the big ship in there. They don't really pay you any mind at the moment. They know y'all are there, so
that's cool. I'll go up to the guy with the clipboard.
okay.
Hello there.
Hello.
Yes, you may have
Oh my God.
heard of us. We are the special forces that recently came into town. Trying to see, would you be the one in charge here, or
Depends on what you mean. What do you need?
Well, we've been tasked with destroying the magical disruptor tower on there, and we need something kind of stealthy to sneak over to the shore, and we're hoping that someone can give us some ideas of what we have. We're thinking something small, preferably fast, something like that that could hold about even maybe multiple things like something small like, but it could hold like 10 to 15 people and a lot of gunpowder.
Our bigger transport ship, well, our bigger small transport ships, they all kind of went with the group this morning that headed off across the bay. There's a few rowboats about here, but nothing really going to carry a bunch of people at once.
Okay, can we do like would you be able to spare like 3 or 4 rowboats? Would that be enough, Mist? I don't know how.
Well, how many people you got?
Oh, that's an excellent question. I'll look to the guy next to me.
Well, it's only a small expedition.
So
Are we
probably
including
6,
the
'cause we have to leave some back to protect the fort.
Well,
Are we including
all of the player characters are going though, right? So
Yeah.
9? How?
Quick question. Are Koromon and Aelith staying behind, or
Yeah, are they
in
coming
character?
with
Are they
us?
coming with us? Because that'll affect how many boats we need.
Well, there's also the other option of
Koromon needs a
them
whole boat for
going,
himself.
them taking the salmon path and us taking the.
Oh, no, we're not splitting the party.
Better.
Oh, I've
No.
Firebeard and Dorn can take the red path.
He's not wrong.
So,
But yeah.
Mist, are they going to be coming with us, or are they?
I don't know. I don't know when Corbon's coming back.
Okay. So
Aelith will probably
let's say
be with you. Aelith had a family thing come up.
So
let's
Aelith-
say
you say Aelith
3,
will
and
probably
we
come
can
with us?
say that they
Yeah.
came with us if they want to come, and if they don't, yeah.
So yeah, let's just allot.
3.
Let's allot the ships as if they came, and if they didn't come, we filled it with supplies.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
So 3,
Okay.
and that's just more gunpowder for Firebeard.
Does that work for
Alright.
you, Mr. DM?
Yeah, that works for me.
Sweet.
So about like 3 rowboats, you'll be able to spare that, and we'll bring them right back, and there'll be only a few holes.
Yeah, we got 3 robots you can have.
All right, thank you. Give us say like 30 minutes or so. We'll be back for those. You'll be able to get those ready.
Yeah, certainly. We'll get them down from the ships here. We have them right around for you here, over on the left dock over there.
Awesome. That is most appreciated. Thank you for your service, sir. The army appreciates your things. Bye.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
alright. Should be able to start gathering supplies so you can load the boats.
So who's with Elrod? Quick question. Is it just Doran right now?
Just me and the planning.
He's just been staring at the map for like 5 minutes in total silence.
Is Wallace awake yet?
No.
We'll also wake up when Wallace gets here. Although he's running later than he said he was going to be.
You know, I think I thought of a name for us.
Oh.
Oh my god.
It's got to have tempest or wind, something like that in it. Because we just
Why?
kinda show
Because
up and mess things up. Like a tempest.
you're not wrong.
But Mist, what's our planet's name?
Huh? I would
What's
have to
our-
go look it up. I don't remember off the top of my head because I've only used it once. You
He'll
wanna see
say the
Bobby?
name of our planet. Oh, baby. He'll say the name of our planet, and then
Look,
Tempest.
hold on.
The baby planet.
Oh, I'm just gonna say Terra's. Terra's wind. Terra's tempest. Something like that. We are fighting for this world after all.
I just found something really cool.
What?
But yes, he agrees with you wholeheartedly.
Huh. Okay, really? He almost seems surprised.
He wasn't really listening to you all that much. He basically stops mid conversation and rushes off to the door.
What?
Oh, I guess he really liked it.
Oh, sorry, he stops and runs back in. By the way, I'm gonna need your help. Come here.
Okay, I'm with you. Everything okay, Dawn?
Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
What do you need?
Everyone's gonna die.
He's just following you.
Okay, this is gonna sound kind of weird. I'm gonna need some skin flake.
He just looks at you. Some skin flakes.
Among other things, and a
What
couple
are the oth-
bones, and which I have in abundance because of our little adventure.
Yes, I'm sure you have plenty. My skin flakes specifically?
Yeah, a little bit from everybody.
What is your plan?
I also need some cheese.
We can get that. Are you hungry?
No, not particularly.
Can you just tell me what you're planning? I'll get you everything if you explain the plan to me first.
Just trust me on this. He's walking towards, or rushing towards the harbor.
He's trying to keep pace with you. I do trust you, Dawn, but just tell me, please. It'll be easier to convince the others if you tell me what your plan is.
Oh, they're
And
gonna
I
be
can
super
phrase it-
excited, and we don't need boats.
I can phrase it in a normal people way. Dawn, come on, what's your plan?
I'm gonna get us across the river.
Dawn, you're scaring me.
Okay, but you can't tell Kovan.
Okay.
Oh Jesus!
Oh no.
How many?
I'll explain it to him in a way he can understand. What?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send it to Mist and
Oh no, I just got
God.
the DM.
Oh no.
That's your plan.
Oh.
uh-huh.
And water won't be an issue.
Absolutely not. But that's why I'm gonna need your help. Because I can use you as a battery, if you will. Just pull that magical energy right out of you and put it right.
It's not going to hamper my ability to fight, is it?
Absolutely not.
I better look at that right now.
You know, it's almost funny. Being someone's battery isn't even close to the most demeaning thing I've been over our adventures.
How would that be demeaning? It shows how powerful you are.
Well,
I don't have natural talent like that.
I didn't think of it like that. Well, as long as you don't blow me up or short me out in the process, I'll help. And I will explain to the others in a way they can understand.
No, that's certainly not gonna happen before.
Pardon?
What?
Pardon?
Wait, did we get Bob?
You guys have Bob.
Yeah, we have Bob.
Okay, I can't remember if I couldn't remember if I grabbed.
Yeah, I just assume he follows you if you leave the room. So there's no time to explain to them.
Everybody except for Kovan. It'll be funny.
I'm just going to tell him you have a plan and it's a good one.
That's fine.
He's going to be skeptical if I don't tell him something. Alright.
If he asks, I'm going to get us across the river with ease and with the ability to carry more stuff than we would with a rowboat. And
Fair enough. I'll have them go cancel the rowboat. Where do you want me to meet you?
by the beach.
What direction is what on the map? Is that east or west?
Ooh, west.
The Western Beach? The one we're going to
Yes.
invade on, yes? Okay, I'll meet you there.
Okay. I've verified how that works with a friend. Perfect.
And Elrod will go to the beach to intercept Koban and Co. Or the docks, I should say.
Hey, Elrod, great news. This is awesome, dude. They got like 3 or 4 boats and they're gonna get them ready for us. It's amazing. They were so nice. I had to really like work to get them to like, like get it for us, but they have it and it's ready. It's amazing. They're so nice.
You can
What's the
tell on his
supply?
face
What
he
are
has
you?
something. You can tell
Yeah.
on his face he's about to say something you won't like.
You look constipated. What's wrong?
Well, two things. I can see that goddamn ship, and
Well,
two,
yeah, I know.
I have some. He just points at a very nice green gold wooden vessel. It's a beautiful Westerport vessel.
Yeah.
But he absolutely hates it. And the thing you won't like to hear, we don't need the ships anymore.
We don't need the ships.
I conferred with Dawn, and we found another way over the water.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
I walk up
Um,
carrying a box of supplies and food. Oh hi, Elrod. What's going on?
Hello, Rix. We're going to be able to
You don't
carry
need the boats.
We don't need the little boats. We're going to be able to carry even more supplies over, according to the people I talked to.
What? I don't think we can
That's
swim over.
Good.
Oh, we're not going to be swimming.
We're not?
Okay.
A little bit of magic. Now,
Okay.
Who do we talk to cancel our little order?
You're looking for a guy with a clipboard and the guy who's probably dragging boats to the, water. Here, just follow me. Come, I'll show you who it is. I'll
Yes,
take
bring,
Elrod too.
bring me to him, please.
I'm just following you with a box in my hands.
Oh, no, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. You can stay here. There's no need to carry the supplies all around the entire town.
Well,
can-
we will
you can
need to
just-
take them. We will need to take them to the Western Beach.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
so you
so
want to
where
meet us
will-
at the Western Beach?
You're welcome
Will
to
we
follow us, but
just-
I'd
will we
recommend.
have
just
to
be
walk all the way
setting
back,
off
yeah.
from there?
Yes, we'll be setting off from the Western Beach.
All right.
You can still follow us. You can put
That
the box
sounds
down
like-
there.
I'll start making a camp over our departure site,
There you go. Perfect.
so we can leave from there.
Very well.
So
You-
as we go to the boats, So Elrod, what's actually going on?
A magic trick.
Ah, okay. Do
He's
I?
trying. He's trying not to look you in the eyes. He's looking dead ahead.
Do I need to be worried about this magic?
No. I can tell you that. No.
Okay.
It was explained to me, and I don't think you'll have a problem with it.
And it's safe.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Elrod,
trying
roll
to.
bluff.
I'm trying to.
That's not a lie. I know that I read the spell. That's not a lie.
Do I
Diplomacy.
really need to tell if he's
Diplomacy.
lying? Like, I mean, he's not even looking at me, and he's like, red as a turnip.
I will roll whatever you want, but he's not lying. He's just trying to tell a half truth.
I mean, you could roll insight more than he would need to roll bluff.
All right, I'll roll bluff.
Or who?
My pitiful bluff.
Do I need to roll insight, or do I?
That is up to
What
you.
if your passive insight beats that? You don't have to.
Oh, I have no idea what my passive insight is.
Oh wait, does
10
4
plus your insight.
Yeah, I know. It's a 28.
Oh god.
He's making a very, very big point to not look at you while he's trying to explain these things.
Elrod, I'm trying to be more flexible in my understanding of I'm sorry, my acceptance of how things are working. So you know what? I will have what they call faith in this. How about that?
He just exhales, and the stiffness in his gait just kind of dissipates. Thank you.
You're
It's
welcome.
something. The plan.
Look,
I was
here's
asked.
the thing.
Look, it'll be easier for you to continue having your faith in this plan if I don't tell you all the details. That is what
It's
we're told.
totally fine.
It is going to be fine. It is safe, at the very least.
Here's the thing. Dorn hasn't tried to kill us yet, intentionally. So, we'll be... it's gonna be okay. I know he isn't gonna try to actively harm.
Correct. And it's a rather harmless spell at worst. Doesn't work, and we get boats.
You're still breaking the news to these guys, though.
Oh yes, I'm telling everyone. You would just happen to be the first person I bumped into.
No,
Is Rick
I'm
still with
talking
us?
about the boat guys.
Oh. Alright,
God, this is wonderful.
The boat guys who off in the distance behind Kovan are sitting there lowering a bunch of rowboats down, and they've just hit the water, and...
excuse me?
Yes?
Are you the one in charge?
Depends what you need.
We need to belay our previous order of rowboats. A friend of ours has a spell in mind that might be able to do the job even quicker.
Oh, you're kidding me! We just got these things down, and now you're gonna go and put them back.
I'm sorry.
Do you know how
He
much
just kind of hangs his head.
that's gonna cost you?
Cost me what?
What do you think it's gonna cost you?
Didn't realize we were a pay-to-win service.
Me and my buddy here just spent 10 whole minutes getting these ships down here, and now you're gonna make us put them back.
Well, what's your hourly wage?
300 gold.
Behind
rolling
Elrod, I'm gonna
insight.
point my thumb up and just like behind him where he can't see, like raising it up like higher.
Now I'm rolling perception. Even if I have a disadvantage.
Oh damn it! You definitely saw that.
He just
rolled a
fucking reaches behind you and smacks your thumb behind him and smacks your thumb down.
What?
Funny. Oh, I didn't mean to roll 2 perceptions. Let me roll that insight. Is he making this up?
It's hard for you to tell. Oh, no. Yeah, no, you can't tell. I was reading your 1 minute ago.
I'll tell you what, Elrod. I'll split it with you.
Fine.
Don't worry about it. We're completely loaded with money. It's fine.
Shut
150
your mouth.
each.
Fine. We're not paying for an hour's wages. How many men were used to lower the boats? Like 4?
2.
2?
Yeah, so it's 300 gold split 2 ways,
For an
right?
hour, and it took them 10 minutes to lower the boats.
It's
so
fine.
divide by 6.
Carry the 2.
I'm gonna literally look at them, hold 300 gold out, put it in his hand, and start dragging Elrod away.
You just...
Yes, come on. It's Elrod.
That's not how it went. Fine.
Elrod, come on.
Fine.
Come on. You're very heavy. I don't like dragging you.
Get off me.
Alright. We'll make it back to the shore.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Oh my god, there's so much drawn on the map. I was prepping stuff because of depending on which route you guys decided to take.
Oh yeah, and I've been erasing things I've been trying.
Okay, so. Any other prep work?
Firebeard's getting the gunpowder.
Yeah.
He's getting that gunpowder.
And where are you obtaining this gunpowder?
I assume there's like some sort of armory or weapons location of the camp.
There are.
Just drop my soda can.
Yeah, so just pop on over there.
You come across a small makeshift tent that's kind of being half guarded by a single gnome. Yeah. You need something?
You got any gunpowder?
This is a war. Of course I got a gunpowder.
Okay, I would like all the gunpowder you can spare.
I mean, if you can fit the whole tent, if you want,
I couldn't hear that. What?
you can take the whole tent if you want. It saves me the trouble.
Okay, you
Oh
have
my God.
yourself a deal.
Dorn, you're gonna need a bigger spell.
You're gonna need a bigger spell.
Awesome, it's your problem now. He
Thank
just
you.
walks off.
Firebeard's like foaming at the mouth.
Of course, lining his pockets with valuable equipment.
It's literally just ammo, ammunition, and gunpowder, and there's a few swords and bows and stuff scattered about.
Like how much gunpowder are we talking?
It's a small tent. Like, it would take you multiple trips, probably an hour or two's worth of trips to get all this gunpowder to the shore by yourself.
Are there any wagons around?
Nope, everything has been taken out into the field of battle.
All right.
I come back to the campfire since I make to the main area since I'm making a camp putting together all our stuff, and I see Firebeard just carrying a whole like 2 barrels of gunpowder. It's like, what are you? How much are you carrying?
All of it.
What? Do you need some help with that?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, you can just take over.
What? Where is it?
It's all in that tent there.
Wait, that everything? The whole tent?
Everything.
I don't know if I want to be in whatever we're going on.
This is here.
I walk besides Riggs and said, "Well, that's a lot of gunpowder.
Yeah.
Firebird, you're going to take everything?"
Everything.
Oh, I like your plan. I have some bags if you want me to help you with that.
Your
Oh,
bags are not going to be
absolutely.
big enough to carry
Oh,
barrels
yes.
of gunpowder.
She has a bag
Well,
of holding. She
well,
can carry
Firebeard's-
500 pounds worth.
She's got little,
Firebeard's
she's got
gonna
pouches
try
of
as hard as
holding. They're
How much can they hold?
the thing won't fit through the lid of the top of the bag.
Oh.
We're gonna
Just
blow
empty it
up
in there.
half the map, guy.
That's fine.
Hey, Wallace.
Oh yeah. You'll wake up in the fucking
Hello.
planning room and there's chalk all over the map.
Maybe we could like attach some ropes to Koromon and he can just drag the whole tent.
I love it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So Wallace, they've been making their plan of attack. Once you get logged in, you'll see the map. As for you, you kind of got you got your ass lit on fire, then you rolled off the table and fell back asleep.
Just a dream. Just a dream.
So,
You're alone in there right now.
Okay, give me a second. My computer's coming up, so.
you're fine. So how are you guys going to move this gunpowder?
That's
Well-
up to door.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to carry it.
Can we grab
Might be
the
able to get
quill from the tent and use it to carry as much gunpowder as we can?
Say that again?
The cloth from the tent, can we just take it off? Take as much gunpowder as we can and just carry it to the beach?
Did she say it's like a big bag?
Oh, well, it's like in barrels, right?
Yeah, it's in barrels.
It's barrels. Oh, I thought it was just stuck
No,
here.
no, you're fine.
We're rolling this.
Has Elrod walked on this scene yet, or would he not pass it on his way to the Western Beach with
It
Kovan?
depends on what you and Kovan are still doing over on the...
I mean, it took a while to walk back to the, I assume this is all happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're probably not quite there yet.
We can have a sort of double team with Bretta, in which hey Bretta, what is like? I'm gonna take this barrel and you'll be right behind me and sort of push it up with your hands above you.
Oh yeah, I can help you with one. Well, Tena can help with another one, right?
Well, I don't know. Is it gonna? You probably just break the barrel.
Oh.
If only we could tie it to his back.
We can grab some
That'll go
bars
over
and
well.
tie them to his back, yes.
You have an explosive pet tiger.
I'm trying to find the image of you take 3 barrels and you put one on the top and you roll them. The counteraction makes it all work. Oh, I can't find it.
Excuse me.
It's like strapping my cat with TNT.
What could go wrong?
Oh
That's the plan, to blow up the bank.
Other than he never trusts you.
Literally gonna blow it up with a cat.
Yeah, you're going to have like a creeper from Minecraft with tentacle.
Kind of like a gunpowder barrel race.
Is it the 5th of
I
November
mean, I can
already?
revive him.
Sorry,
So-
I'm getting everything organized and looking at the spell versus the number of people.
This is going to be.
Wait.
Well, no one
Riggs?
else knows it.
Nothing. Nothing. You'll see.
Don't ruin it.
It's a meme, alright.
Well, I think the guys will have their boats ready, so I think we just have to grab what we can and just grab it to
Oh,
the
well.
beach.
Apparently, we're not using boats. I'm not quite sure what we'll be using to get over the water, but I guess we
Thorn,
don't
I
need the
swear
boats.
to God, if you roll a 1 on this, you're gonna have to be the one to explain to the guys why we need boats again.
No boats. Oh, great! I don't like boats much either.
You have little
so we
faith.
won't have to get wet.
So, Kovan,
Yes.
should we check on Wallace or should we head straight to the beach? and
Oh
check-
God, Wallace. Yes, let's go. I forgot about him.
Alright, so that's what we'll
He's
do.
gonna need some healing after that hangover.
This is gonna buy you guys a lot more time for shenanigans. I trust you'll come up with a plan.
Yeah. We'll go check on Wallace. And...
Where are we transporting the gunpowder?
Yeah, I assume so.
What? Where?
To the
beach.
western.
To
I've
the
set up a
east
camp
beach.
at our,
Yeah.
at our site, started
Yeah.
set up with some supplies now. I guess we're getting
Because
gunpowder.
Dorn is
6 miles.
somehow gonna magically do
Yeah.
this.
And just
You're
grab a
trying to-
barrel, turn it over,
I'm
just
trying to get
start
the
pushing
gunpowder
it.
here
to
because that's where
to
we're all
the
meeting
beach,
up.
yeah.
The pink
Yeah,
square.
you can push one and carry one.
Okay, everybody is out of there except for Wallace.
It's me and Kovan coming in.
Yeah, everybody else is technically over at the shore, but I don't have a shore, so all these people were either moving gunpowder or over at the shore.
Technically, we'd just do it here. I just was thinking the shore because it was, fitting.
All right,
It's
Elrod,
wherever
you
y'all
get the
wanna do it.
feet. I'll get the arms, and we'll carry him back.
Can't we just see if he's awake first?
Oh, right. Yes. Okay, that's better.
Wallace, are you alive?
You have to talk so loud.
Yeah,
He's awake. Yes.
And why does my ass hurt?
Well,
That-
that's gonna
What did
require
someone
a
do?
story.
You could thank Dawn for that.
Yeah, you see, there was this octopus, and yeah.
I'm gonna stop you right there, Kovan.
Oh, okay.
Dawn wanted you off the map, so we got you off the map, and you rolled back over and fell asleep. Here. Elrod kneels down and hands you what looks like a simple leather water flask.
Thank you.
And
But did he really have to
sit still, and I'll get rid of that hangover.
If your
Live in
question is,
regret.
did he really have to use magic? The answer is yes, it's Dawn. Corman wasn't here to lift you up.
That's to get rid of the hangover. I think you're fine.
Yeah, we're Paragon badasses. We can cure a hangover without blowing
Yeah.
space.
Well,
Yeah, it's fine.
that's the easiest way to get rid of a hangover I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and
Also,
also
not
bad
very fond
news,
of
you're
hangovers.
completely sober.
Probably for a few days.
Unfortunate.
Wow, this will make taverns very interesting.
Hey, take that over my uncle's disgusting recipe of pickled eggs and vinegar and ugh.
All right. Well, remember, time is of the essence. Let's go. Let's go. We have a lot of things to blow up and people to
Wait.
kill. Apparently.
What do you-
I'm going to
well,
brief
what do
Wallace
you
on the
mean
plan
blow
first. Wallace,
Well, maybe we can talk and walk.
I'm going to point at the map first.
Back to the map.
Oh, you don't have to go back to the map if you don't want to. Oh, you do you want to? This is what you see, Wallace. What just scribbles and chalk all over it.
Yeah,
pink
there are
chalk.
some pretty good planners.
Yes, the red chalk was Firebeard's idea. Completely ignore that. And we've chosen not to go through the forest as we'd end up here under the fire of a tower. So we're going to be taking the teal or pink path, probably the pink one. And
Was the pink
Dawn
one
has an
your
idea for wield some sorcery and get us across the water. And we're currently stocking up with supplies for the trip. I recommend you grab at least 3 days worth of food, at least. And if you don't already have it. And meet us on the western shore here. And he points at the little box he drew. When you're ready. You're welcome to join us there if you're already packed. But I know you kind of had a rough night. If you need a minute, that's fine.
I think it was only rough for a couple of people. Oh, not much about me.
You certainly made it rough for me, you drunk bastard. He just
Well.
kind of, then he breaks into a chuckle, unable to keep up the serious tease.
Well, did it get you any?
Did you get me any? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Did I get you any gold?
No.
And my betting, whatever. Did Rick's die yet?
Not yet. He's holding on quite nicely. Intellect check for Elrod. This is a personal roll.
No, we saw that.
Oh, the first one. The second one. Cough, cough. Mist isn't looking. I see it on stream. I mean, Elvira and I shared a tent. I don't know what you mean.
You'll pick it up later. One day you'll hit birth. I mean, let's just go.
I will be right back, y'all.
Okay, do. We'll direct the RP while you're gone.
No.
Elrod will try to keep everyone in line.
Oh god, people are gonna be so pissed.
Very well. Wallace, would you like a minute to gather your bearings, or are you ready to depart?
I think I'm good. Let's just go.
All right. No change
All
of
right.
pants. Okay.
Yeah, I like the breeze. Makes me feel a little bit off.
I'm not going to comment on that.
Luckily, most of the people have left the camp, so there won't be
So-
many people to see.
Yes. Do we want to fast forward to the three of us bumping into Firebeard and
Sure.
Co? Or do you guys want to do anything before we arrive?
First, I want to find some pants, I guess.
You can go find some pants.
Have fun
Firebeard,
with your
bread
pants.
and butter, and Rick's. Do you want to do anything before we show up?
Oh no, I'm good.
And good too.
Yeah.
Cool. In that case, after a small delay, because fucking Wallace needs pants.
Takes them a surprisingly long time.
I wouldn't
Yes.
have needed pants if you wanted to burn them off.
The three of us make our way this way on the map.
Just a
And
cigarette burn.
we walk by you. Are you ransacking the damn supply tent, Firebeard?
How long have we been traveling together?
No, I was gonna say I'm proud of you. I don't know
About
what you
like
said
a-
to the guard, but it clearly worked.
I just asked if I could have the gunpowder, and he just kind of walked away.
Firebeard,
know-
I'm so proud of you. You didn't even steal it.
Yes, it was given to you.
Firebeard, I think I'm rubbing off on you. This is a
I was
great moment.
I was going to say I'm ripping off on him, but that's fine.
Oh well, okay. Yes, you
We-
too.
God,
We-
you're making me really want to steal something now.
I'll tell you
God, is
what,
he going straight?
Firebeard, you can steal all the gunpowder in that their tent.
I mean, it's still technically not ours, but
No.
we're going to be using it anyway to do
Yeah,
anything.
there you go.
So, what's your plan for moving all those barrels you have amassed by the door?
Just gonna roll them in one direction until I don't really know where they're going. My job was to get them.
Western Shore. He just points.
I've started setting up camp over there at our departure point. I'm still not sure what we're departing on, but we
Trust
should
Dawn.
be. Well,
Trust me that the spell we're going to come up with will work.
come up with. You haven't. It's not prepared yet. Well, we
He's
should have
Dorn
time
is-
to discuss
Dorn
it
is
at
preparing it
camp,
now.
I think.
You need a hand with those barrels.
Oh yes, please. They're heavy.
Oh yes, please help us with this.
Let's
It's
see how
too
much of a
big.
goon I look like. My dice are really laggy for some reason. All right, 22 athletics.
Oh, should I have rolled athletics?
Nah.
Nah, you're way too strong for that.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah.
fucking dwarf. You don't get encumbered from carrying things. In
You're
4th
literally
edition.
a dwarf rolling gunpowder. You could not be more happy.
He's at home right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
this is like, happy time.
Makes you want to smith something, but of course you can't right now. So, that's not quite a roll enough to do anything fancy, but Elrod just kind of hoists one up under his arm and starts to head towards the western shore. We're probably going to need to carry them over one or two at a time, unless you have another plan. Or we can get Koromon to pull a cart or something.
Yeah,
Where
y'all
is
have
he, by
fun
the
with that, because I don't think I'm lifting one of those son of bitches.
No, you're not quite built for it. That's no problem. You can at least kick one, can't you?
Oh, Wallace, you're alive, and you have different pants.
Yes, mine seemed to have a little bit of trouble. I guess I left a cigarette lit in my pocket.
Oh, I hope you have.
You don't smoke.
Last time I give you the good stuff, can't handle.
I hope you're no smoking right now because gunpowder. I don't want to blow up. I'm too young for that.
But he
Shoot.
doesn't smoke.
Huh? Interesting.
Elrod doesn't seem to get it, Wallace.
As far as you know, I don't smoke.
Fair enough, I guess.
Well, let's just leave the fire far, far away from our supplies for the moment.
Yes. We'll take the first batch to Dawn, and if he thinks it's enough, he's the one who's preparing the spell, so he'll know the weight limit on it.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey,
Are we ready to continue?
yes, we all met up
Yes.
at the storeroom, and we're heading towards Dawn with a couple like a barrel each, except Wallace.
Okay.
Brenda helped strap a barrel to Tenok's back. Just
Yeah, that's
struggling to
her
heave it.
barrel in quotes.
Grab my rope, tie it with Pichi, tie it to poor Tenok, and I give him a little bit of. How did you say?
Just pull out like an old piece of ham from your pocket
Yes.
and hand it to him.
Yes, yes. I hit his back and say, "Off you go!"
It's just a.
Cat noises.
It's like when Brenda wrote on. You're just much heavier and more explosive.
Okay. So you guys done all your prep work, your planning and your prep work here, and you make your way towards the shoreline here.
Oh,
Where,
One more thing.
yes.
I'm assuming everyone heeded Elrod's advice and has gathered at least 3 days worth of food. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I've been preparing the.
I know some of our Fisher
Gathering
players
supplies.
may already have that from their starting kit packs. But I know some
Everyone
of
should
us
have
may
enough
not.
food at this point, because you guys had
Okay.
a bunch on the ship. The
Okay,
airship.
good.
So,
Just checking.
you guys arrived at the shore to see Dorn working on a ritual of sorts. Getting the
It is a
preparations,
massive circle.
getting the preparations together as you guys arrive with the gunpowder and everything else. It is now about mid-morning. It's about 10 a.m. in the morning at this point, and the shoreline seems rather quiet. You can kind of make off in the distance the flashes of magic. The screams of war are very faint in the distance. Some war drums. You guys are getting ready to head across the bay here into the throes of war.
Well, if you follow a god, now's your time to say your prayers. I already said mine.
I'm gonna clutch my symbol of Bahamut and start praying intently.
Elrod jingles with the many amulets of Corellin on him, but doesn't touch any of them.
Firebird spits.
God dang it.
I thought he was gonna take a swig of whiskey. That's his god.
That's the bottle is his god. May it always be full. Amen.
Is everybody there?
I'm a never-ending
Hasn't run out
flask.
yet.
Yeah, everybody.
Hey,
ready
Darn,
for
are you
us.
ready? This
Flask of
big
holding.
circle is going to help us. get across the
Oh,
beach.
he can't talk when he's doing his ritual
Wallace,
stuff.
Oh,
real
I haven't
quick,
started doing
Oh.
anything yet.
Oh, you haven't? Wait, you drew
No.
a giant circle. I thought you were doing your thing.
Oh no, I drew a circle and I'm basically putting out everything, but I need some supply.
Real quick, let me give Wallace
Okay.
the update on his followers. Sora is with the party. Zalia seems to have been shipped off with the rest of the druids this morning.
Oh, and never mind.
Okay.
That
What
was
do you
for-
need, Dor?
That was for Wallace, just an update.
Did
on
you get the
his
skin flicks?
NPCs.
Oh yes. Well, I have everyone here. I'm going to need a skin flake from all of you.
Flakes.
A skin.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah, just like take a blade and like scrape a little bit off your palm. That's fine.
Or just scratch your head.
Or that.
How much? do you
What?
need?
Scratch your head into your hand and try to get some skin flakes. It's magic, okay? Just trust me. on this one.
Okay.
If you want him, you have to come get him.
Elrod pulls out a little girly comb, which clearly isn't his, and begins combing his long blonde hair and just kind of hands the comb to Dorn. There. Is that enough?
Well, I guess I can
Is
help
good
you
enough.
out.
I need a little bit from everybody, not just you.
Okay.
If we don't, this is actually pretty important. If we don't, something bad might actually happen. So this is kind of important.
Okay.
We need a little
I'm
bit.
going to need that comb back.
I'll give him some skin flakes.
Why didn't you just take mine when my ass was bare, Dorn?
I
He
don't know what
needs skin
happened. I
flakes,
guess he
not
rolled
ass
over on something.
flakes.
Here, Darn, have
Alright,
mine.
I'll just ruffle my hair and then take the knock and scratch behind the ear and get some from there. Will that do?
Yep, perfect. And he's gonna take him. He's gonna put him basically in his little bowl. He's gonna mix it with the bone dust he's been collecting, and he's gonna start making out the circle. Okay. Let's see.
And I'm assuming
Apples.
Sora Firebeard just literally just needs to like shake his beard and all.
I need apples and oats.
Gross. I just realized that.
Apples and oats.
Apples and oats.
Does anyone have apples and oats?
I have oats.
Oh, yeah, I
Dry
think-
ration.
I
I
have
think I think I
huge-
got some apples from the camp. I brought some over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, okay.
Need about 9 of them.
9 oats. Specifically 9 oats.
No, not 9 apples and a handful of oats.
Elrod
Alright,
just
I'll-
reaches into his pack, just holds out a fistful of oats. Is this enough?
Perfect. And he's gonna put it basically in a tiny little pile on one of the points of the star. Okay.
Okay.
Cheese.
Oh, here, have some.
And Brenna
Hey,
has the cheese.
Yeah.
Thank you. He pops in his mouth.
Hey!
I
Hey,
knew
that's
you were hungry.
Darn.
active mind
that's my
needs
cheese.
nourishment.
Needs nourishment.
Going to put it on the list. You owe me piece of cheese.
What kind of
Trying to
cheese
talk to
even
Bob
was it?
later.
It'll come back
That's-
into your hand.
Oh,
Hey,
I
babe.
thought of a name, by the way, for our party. Kovan and Co. Everyone.
Oh,
You couldn't call it Kovan and Co?
No! Joan really liked it.
Oh,
Terra-
okay. What is
Terra-
it?
Tempest, or Terra's Wind. And Terra is the substitute for whatever the name of our world is. I forget.
So
In Mist
Ew.
of
our
Elysium.
group name is Wind of the World.
That is actually better. Tempest of the World. World of the Tempest. Wind of the World. I mean, think about it. Think
Oh.
about it. We just kind of show up and fuck things up for the bad guys. We are the ones.
Well,
we are the ones
Used to be
protecting
on
this.
an airship, at least.
We are the ones protecting our home from the Six, the intruders that don't belong here, that have come from foreign planes of existence. We will protect our home with everything we have. We are Terra's wind, or the world's wind. And we will blow this chaff away. Yes, that sounds very,
What about
Heretic.
me?
You're welcome to join. You're kind of observing, technically, aren't you?
My point
Well-
exactly.
What'd you say, sir?
Well, we can definitely put that one on a possible maybe. We'll see how it sticks, if it sticks. How about that, Elrod?
For sure. I
Well,
think it's accurate. I
that's
kind of
nice.
like it.
Not sure if there'll be time to sign a charter to ratify this agreement, but I guess we'll go by that for now.
No need. We need to simply tell our bard and have her sing a few songs, and then they'll get stuck in people's heads, and that's how things spread. It'll be easy.
How about this?
Okay, just a
Let's
couple
not die
candles here.
first. If we
Huh.
get through this, we'll name ourselves.
We should have had a name months ago, but we couldn't decide on one.
Yeah, but if we fail, we don't want people to know our name.
If we fail, we simply die. Whatever. He seems oddly okay with this.
Hmm.
It's because he's
And I'll
freaking
just,
walked away
you
from
know-
death how many times?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what'd you say, miss?
It's because he's walked away from death how many times?
Fair. If we die, we die. The point is that we tried.
Okay, just light these candles here.
And
And
Dawn is
perfect.
doing things.
Oh god.
Okay.
Let's get the gunpowder away from there.
I have 2 important jobs for you, and he points at Wallace. And let's see, I need a tenor.
You need
Kovan, I need you.
a tenor?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I need a
What would you
soprano and a
like
tenor.
to do? Okay.
He's gonna pull out a piece of paper and he's gonna hand it to you. I need you to sing this. And you
Need
sing
me to
this.
Sing this?
Yes, it doesn't necessarily have to be note for note. Just as long as you can get the beat at the right.
I'm a bass.
Okay.
Far over the
Hey,
misty
Elrod, he
mountains
asked me. He
cold.
asked me. Okay, just
No,
be quiet.
I need a tenor and I need a soprano, and he hands it to Wallace.
The dwarves used to sing that.
Will you
much.
will you message us the
Free that.
music list, please?
Oh, I'm not expecting you guys to actually.
Would
Oh, I'm
Firebeard-
singing.
Would Firebeard recognize that dwarven bar song?
You asked me to sing. I'm gonna sing, mother.
Firebeard wasn't raised by dwarves.
Oh, facts. I didn't know that. Oh, misty mountains cold.
Oh, someone's not drinking.
That's me.
Okay, so we're gonna sing, Torn, and then what else do you need for this very strange ritual?
Need Elrod to be in the center with me, acting as a battery and a conduit, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to enter this battlefield like the true badasses.
Okay, do we need to put what we're gonna? Where will everyone else stand? Will they be in the circle too? To like?
Nope, just on the edges. As long
Okay.
as the notes are in the air, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be a good performance. It just needs to have free.
Okay.
So you're telling me
Where should we put the gunpowder?
this very
You should
crucial-
allow
Away
this
from the
someday.
circle. Away from the circle.
Oh, okay. Will it come with us?
Yeah, oh, it's coming with us.
Okay.
Say that again, Wallace.
You're telling me for such a crucial spell, the notes don't have to be perfect?
Just for the record, the name of our world is Duranai. So we are Duranai's wind.
Doranai's wind.
Sounds like a flatulence band.
And it's ruined.
Well, guess what? Duranai's Tempest sounds way cooler and we're keeping it. Fuck you.
Why not Doranai's defenders?
Nah.
I don't want to be the double D's.
Too cliche.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, spell time.
Wait, I need one more job.
What?
I got Wallace. I got Elrod.
I appreciate your ritualistic talents.
What
Dawn.
about Rix? She
What
do
if-
something?
She.
Firebeard?
she?
Rick.
Oh, sorry,
Rix
that's a
is a
he.
man.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Elves.
Kovan, you're my friend, but you really
Sorry.
need to get better with the elven genders.
Elves.
They all look the
He does
same.
play with a kitty.
Kovan, I swear, back in the temple I could have convinced you I was a woman.
I mean,
I'm not sure this is something to brag about.
He doesn't understand that.
oh. Anyway,
So you're a woman.
so Dorn, you're in the middle of a spell there. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So everybody that wants to help out, but I need one more. I need one more volunteer. This one's special.
Am I allowed to do two things?
No.
No, yeah, you're not.
Very well.
I'm going to need one of you to he kind of puts his hand over his mouth. Do a horse impersonation.
I'm sorry, a what?
You know, just a horse impersonation.
You want them to whinny like a horse?
Dorn,
Is
how
this
much
how
of your
magic
adventure you
works
get
for
now?
for humans? I never got to
Right.
study at the academy. This just happened for me.
Yeesh.
Any
We're not pulling
volunteers?
our leg, right?
Kovan's gonna sigh, I think he's figured out what's happening, and go and drop the music and go and sit down by the side of the circle.
Hey, Breda,
Yes.
do you think you could whinny like a horse?
Beard fire can sound
We
like
don't
a
have to whinny like a horse,
Oh.
he's just messing with us.
Oh, we
No,
have
that's actually a really
volunteer.
important part.
We have a
No,
volunteer.
he's literally messing with
Just
us.
like the queens.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
I will do it, Dorn, if you show me that
Ugh.
book.
We have Firebeard volunteering though. We,
Oh,
will
yeah.
2 people do? Dawn? Will 2 people work?
Sure.
Do we? How many?
All right, the
horse
both
would
of
do
you.
it?
Whoever does it gets there first. Gets to pick first. How about that?
Am I hitting these notes right?
A little higher. A little higher. I mean, I'm sure.
F you, Dorn.
No, it goes, fuck you, door.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Why'd you touch my ass?
Okay, so all this stuff goes on. Dorn starts doing his little chant. The fires of the candles start, getting a little bit stronger with, combination of wind and magic and all that stuff. And he tries to conjure this.
All right. So,
So-
do we have 4 people?
Yes.
All right. What are the? Give me the 4 jobs again.
I got 2 singers, 1 nair, and 1 battery.
Okay.
Technically 2 nairs. If that matters.
So, Dorn, roll your arcane check.
Can I roll to assist or not when I'm being
Yeah,
a
that, will you hold your horses.
That's Firebeard's job.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Battery.
God, we're not
Roll a
gonna die.
d20.
Ooh, me?
Yes, battery. Roll a d20.
1d20. Hey, a 12. That's
Okay,
above a 10.
battery was useful. Who's my first singer?
I'll be your first singer.
All right. Roll a d20. You get +2 if you actually sing something.
Dorn is an idiot. La la da da. He's so stupid. This is dumb. I hope we don't die. How do you roll a d20? SV d20 or what
You
is
can,
it?
yeah, the saving
Yes.
throw button works.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
So, hashtag SV.
Yes.
Wow. I really need to chill on the drinks. Oh, D&D is so much more fun this way, though. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna mute myself for a minute.
Yeah,
Okay.
Did I do it right? I think I did it right, right?
nailed it.
Kinda. Second singer.
Okay, whatever.
Nailed it, aced it, can't be stopped.
Who's the second?
I didn't know Elrond was a lesbian.
Excuse me?
Wow, look
Okay.
at that. Yeah.
And who's our whinnier? Who's doing the whinnying?
Is it Breda?
Whoever rolls first.
No, because I need they get a bonus to it if they actually whinny, like a
That's
horse.
Oh god.
Breda, go Winnie.
Me,
I'm rolling
me,
with beard fire.
No, that's not a horse.
Roll 1d20.
No, that's close enough. Roll it.
You got a +2.
That's a
Ooh, just enough!
all 4
Just
of you
enough.
passed your, all 4 of you passed your assistance rolls,
Nay, like your
which-
life depends on it.
which gives a +8 to the arcane roll.
Oh my god, they can fucking... Oh, I know what they can do, but I can't say it.
Holy sacks of toxin. And he
Which
basically
means-
goes through this whole series of words, and he conjures up these creatures. And
Wait,
it's gonna
I got
be
it. I got it.
What?
Hold on. So as Dorn is going through his stuff, and you guys are singing and very poorly and whinnying and stuff, this magical swirl starts going about the circle. And in different points of the circle, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little flares that start to pop up. Green, like fellfire. And the first one forms into this large, demonic-looking horse that is see-through like a phantom. A phantom steed appears in the first spot, and it looks to Dorn, waiting its designation of who it'll be attuned to. Because you have to specify.
What?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it was Bretta that nade?
Yes.
Over there, big guy.
Night, buddy.
Oh my god!
The ritual continues and continues, and finally another one appears. It
Are
lets
we
out
riding on these horses?
it lets out a very shrill, demonic sounding, but
Nope.
ghostly neigh as it awaits its command.
Over there with the redhead.
And then
Beard fire.
and this-
He doesn't need a horse ride for the
Two-
parrot.
two more suddenly appear out of the air.
Other redhead.
No.
And the
no,
blonde.
No.
Trust me, Kovan, please.
No.
Who's the other redhead? Is it Kovan?
Kovan.
No.
Elrod's like sitting down with his hands in like. the
No,
bucket.
no.
Kovan, please.
So it's like,
No.
3 more appear out of thin air.
Oh God, why?
it's like, alright, come on, Tadok.
Little guy.
Do you get why I was laughing a minute ago, though?
The blonde.
Oh my god, is this gonna
Oh,
work?
that's me. Ah! Is he literally sucked onto the horse?
And me.
No, I'm just motioning it over. And then finally, one last horse appears. But we have 3 people left.
Why
let's-
does my dog always get?
Which means that one of you gets the horse and 2 of you get to ride bitch.
Aelith may ride with me if she chooses. I'm assuming she chooses.
Trying to get another lesbian flair going, huh?
But these are
Are you
these are
compensating for
large
something
creatures.
happening?
Each one of these could probably carry a lot of gun.
Yeah, that's
You're
true.
the
They
one
could.
who said you were a
So
woman.
great. We have demonic horses.
The
Can they walk on
ghostly
water?
demonic horses.
They can fucking fly.
Oh jeez.
As you ask
Oh,
that question,
come on.
all 8 of the horses start floating up into the air.
Oh god.
You ready to enter this battle, this war like badass?
Like true heroes. See, see, Kovan, if the spell failed, the horses would simply not appear. There was no danger at all.
This is amazing.
I'm literally riding into
How do I-
battle on a
How do I
devil
get down
horse.
from
This is
here?
not what I had in mind.
Well, it's going to work, and Bahamut's going to
Oh, look.
overlook this because we're purging a far greater evil. Am I wrong?
I don't want to talk to anyone right now.
That's
Bahamut's
fair.
also not giving us any dragons. He appears to be giving it to our enemies.
True. Just go.
You
Shut
you
up,
should- you
everyone.
should-
No one talk. I'm done.
Wait.
Can
before
you actually
do
pray to
this,
Bahamut for dragons?
I'm
Pray
done.
for a gold dragon! Pray for a gold dragon! He doesn't understand. Please, that'd be so cool.
There's like a small vein that's popping out on the side of Kovan's head.
And that means he's angry. Give Kovan a minute.
Does anyone want to take any bets before we set off?
Bets on what?
Who dies first?
You.
I just want to get to the other side.
Okay, never mind. 50 gold on Rix.
As you guys,
No.
I'm
I'll double
teasing.
that.
as you guys are
50
all
gold on
sitting
me.
here bantering, the horses all let out a singular flare of light at once, and all the gunpowder and all y'all's belongings all suddenly like attached to them, all very formally and neat, as if they were saddled up on them. And then they vanish, reappear
got them.
underneath you, and take all of you up into the air at once.
Let's
Beat
go!
the DC for flight by 2.
Tadok's struggling to
Holy
grab
shit.
on. Actually, no, he's trying.
Is Aelith with me or is she on her own horse? I thought
She
she
is
was
with
me.
you. I just didn't drag
Okay.
everybody on. Off into the
I'm
air
the
you guys
invisible
go.
horse, yes.
Okay, do I have time to take the gunpowder off of Nook?
No, Tanaka's like stuck to the side of the horse. So is
Oh my god.
I do it like a box.
so is Half Pint, and so is Beard Fire.
Wallace throws half pint off.
Wallace, that just seems mean.
He doesn't care. He loves it.
As you
Sorry,
guys
I
are
had
flying,
I had someone call me. What happened to Beardfire?
he's stuck to the side of the horse.
He's tied to it like a
Fine.
gunpowder barrel.
As you guys swirl along the outside of the coast, you fly over to the nearby Orcish city.
Oh, I'm so content with myself right now.
Good call, Thorn. Also,
Yeah.
holy shit, we actually beat the best DC possible.
And as you
I
fly
was expecting
over
to beat
this,
a 30, not a 40.
you see down below you that you guys fly around along the shore, so you get a kind of a side glance view of the city there. You see the war that is raging. You see the Altaran with their fiery red hair forcing their way through the gates of this city. You see the orcs of massive red size. Some of these orcs standing easily the size of 2 orcs, wide as 3 orcs, wielding just massive weaponry. Letting out
Yo,
these...
Wog.
You'll, shut up.
Sorry.
Yelling these massive, deeply vocal war cries. And as you see what looks like stars falling from the sky, careening into the ground, meteorites falling down as well, and flares of solar magic just come careening out of nowhere, blasting the various Altaran across the map, impacting and crushing several others. And one particular body that goes, you do pick up on, that goes, it only stands out because of the size, is a smaller Altaran figure goes flying across the battlefield near the gates where the meteor made impact.
Ah, that's my niece.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll
Is
teach
it
you
my
to
niece?
laugh at my fucking war description.
I didn't laugh at it.
didn't
I was
laugh,
expecting it
said,
to be a pink-haired girl.
I said, Wog.
I just like struggling to hold on. It's like, oh my god, no, I'm not looking.
As you guys continue flying down
strong,
the
Caliber.
coast, you get one last glimpse of this battle before you kind of zip past and would have to like crane your necks backwards the other way, and you see a row of Altaran towards the back, decked out. You can't really tell what they're wearing at this point, but you see them all take this similar pose as massive waves of sand come appearing out of thin air. You see the smaller Taliba kind of like hop back up to her feet, and you see her just spread images of herself straight across this line of mages, and simultaneously they all hurl their arms and forward at once, and this just massive wave of sand comes crashing down on top of the city.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
I was thinking it too.
Fucking anime weebs.
In a
No,
good
you.
way.
No, you. That's my girl. Or, that's what Telos would say. Good job.
The battle seems to continue raging on. You don't really pick up on anybody else familiar. This seems to be only the Altaran. But the battle seems to be pretty bloody and pretty back and forth, despite the events that just transpired.
So there's no, like, clear winner.
There's no clear winner now.
Cool.
You guys finally make it out over the water. I just like the horses.
They're so cool. We don't even need the second step here. We can just go straight to the tree line.
So which
Quick,
path are you?
we might be able to go straight to the tower, but
Yeah, I mean,
We
we,
were-
we can fly.
That's fair.
Can we fly near the tower and kind of scope it out, maybe? What do you think?
Where do y'all want to go?
Maybe if we can come up with some way of making us look like we're in the cloud.
Dawn,
But I don't
I'm
think we're
trusting
just
your
gonna be able to
judgment
go
on this
through.
one. You know this ritual better than I. What shall we
what was it?
do?
how visible are we?
Did you ask what we said, Dorn?
I couldn't hear you guys. I'm sorry.
Elrod said, I trust your judgment on this ritual. You know it better than I. What
We
shall
can't go
do
to the
next?
clouds. We can only go up about 60 feet.
Very
Okay.
well. So we
Can we
essentially
create
have
a
fast
mist?
boats. Should we just drop down on the
You can
totem,
fly-
or do we hit the beach?
It's 10
Do they
squares, so you're about 100
disappear, or
feet up.
when do we have?
I say we go straight for the totem, personally. I mean, we have
Okay.
They're not going to be looking at the skies, I don't think.
Fair enough.
Okay, let's do
But
it.
that's me, not my goal. I am not the leader. I am just the,
Mist, can I make an intellect check on that to see if that's a good idea?
I'm Captain Fun.
Make a
I
call.
rolled by accident. Oh,
Do we-
fuck.
Do
How
we
about
know what we're fighting
how
down
about
there?
we split up? How about we send ourselves in groups?
We're not splitting up. That's a terrible idea.
Don't ever split the party.
Never works.
You have no
Let's
knowledge
let's
of...
do like a pass by and see like get nearby and see if it's crazy, like insane, and get an idea of what we're going into.
That's
Well, these
probably a
guys
good
are also
idea.
really fast. They can go 15 squares a turn.
Pass
So
by.
does someone want scout or what? I don't know.
Scouting run.
Could we drop some of the gunpowder on them?
Oh my
That's it.
God,
I'll
we're
go.
Oh my, we're doing a
Coming
drive-by.
run.
We're doing a drive-by,
We've basically made fucking like beef.
and we have a literal like guy who shoots fireballs endlessly. This is perfect.
I'm glad you guys caught on.
So,
Are you suggesting we dive bomb the totem?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, this is amazing.
are you guys going by either the path there, or are you going to do this?
Are you about to draw on the map? Because I don't see. Oh. Yeah, we're
Do,
doing
like,
Pretty much that.
The white
Yeah.
one,
that.
yeah.
The gray one, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Great.
It takes you a little bit of time. Eventually, your steeds come flying over.
About how long did it take us to go from there to there on that gray path, though? Because it actually is important.
Let me look at the spell and I'll tell you. Where did my Discord go? Oh, it's less than 12 hours.
'Cause, like, we won't die from it, but I would rather, you know.
Not swim.
No, it was a half a day by foot, so
6
And these
hours.
move
Okay.
really, really
guys are-
fast, you said.
these guys are moving 15 squares a turn, so 150 feet every 6 seconds.
That's a fuck ton. Holy shit.
Yeah, we're like on fucking turbo mode.
I
Yeah.
can't hear over this wind!
We're basically flying planes.
Yeah.
Doran has discovered planes.
Did you say we're the Tempest?
Oh, we are the Tempest now.
We are the Tempest! We are the vengeance of this world, and we will defend it with all we have!
Their
He
speed,
says
when you
to the
roll
wind.
a 40 or higher, is actually 20.
Holy shit. I don't think we can really talk that well unless we're close if we're going that fast. Because what? It's 20 squares per 6 seconds. So, how many feet is a square? Is it 5 feet?
5 feet.
5 times 20. We are moving at 100 feet per second.
What?
No, it's 100 feet per 6 seconds.
Per 6
You divide
seconds.
that by 6. Yeah.
So, 100 divided by 6. We're moving 16 feet a second, so that's pretty damn fast.
That's really fast. Anyway, so yeah, so we're going in. We're doing drive-bys. Or are we scouting? What are we doing?
11 miles an hour.
And converted to miles per hour,
11.
it is? It's only 11 miles per hour?
Can you convert that in kilometers?
I'll convert it.
Yes, well,
Look, if you're gonna play with
Actually-
us, you gotta. No. Damn
Totally not.
Chileans.
Totally not using
it's
Google.
17.7 kilometers per hour.
Oh, amazing. It's like going in the bicycle, but in there.
Mhm.
Hey, I mean, we're flying, so that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah.
I love this horse. So Dorn stepped away for just seconds. I'm gonna give him just a moment before we continue down.
Do we want to take 5 then?
Yeah, we can take 5. Take
Alright,
5.
I'm gonna go to the restroom. Be right back.
Arth's horse. That's
Take
charging.
5.
Mystic, can you put me into a private party?
Yeah, give me 1 second, bud.
Okay, alright, I'm back.
So, is everybody back?
Yes, I'm
Physically, but not mentally. Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but Winky, Sojourn lost.
Yep.
Mhm.
We sit alone at
2-0.
the top of the bracket for now. Because the domination
wow.
is 3 points. So we are 6, sitting pretty.
We are the bunch of lunch.
Yep, for now. If we can get through next week on the same, well, if we can get another domination next week, we'll be sitting pretty good to start the season out.
It's reading red, so yeah, maybe we should start making plans tomorrow or
Yeah.
or
No getting penisy.
Okay, we are back. You guys have flown.
Am I gonna have to prepare my combat stuff?
Props.
No,
Oh.
Cool.
not if you guys are attempting what I think you're about to attempt.
Bombing run.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Both Dorn and I have fire spells, and mine doesn't miss.
Oh, all you have to do is shoot. Yeah.
Yep.
oh, it doesn't miss.
It
Oh,
doesn't
I have
miss.
arrows, and they do miss.
Or we just put fuses on them and then light the fuse and drop it.
I mean, I
Well,
literally
what
have
was the
flame
point of all that
strike.
quiche practice then?
He's
Quiche?
right.
Talking about quiches?
Your spells
like
can,
she
if you throw the
practiced
it. My
kegs
month's
over and then
supply of
try to
quiche.
cast a spell at it, you could still miss.
I know, I'm just... No. Flame, where is it? Scorching Burst is an AoE, and if
Yes,
something
you can
doesn't
still
have
miss.
it can't... A barrel has a dex of like a 1. I have to roll a 0.
What about a flying
So you're
barrel?
saying there's a chance.
Damn,
Sorry,
brings up a good
ignore
point.
me,
You're
ignore
going to be
me.
doing it
Continue.
while flying.
Ignore my drunk ass. Continue.
Somebody wants to die. Or have,
No, I
have their lover die.
No!
Oh.
Lesbian lover.
I've waited a year for that!
Okay, so you guys make your way in. You hit about this point here when you can pick up the combat going on here in Lurek again. As well as you see Arkin's forces along with a few other forces fighting right over here. You see a matchless skirmish here trying to get past these towers.
So do our troops see us though? Because,
No, you guys are still over the water. But what you pick up on as you're flying through, you can't see too much because of the tree cover and everything, but Arkin's forces seem to be making some headway. You also catch the glimpse of a small pink-haired creature, like wolf-like creature, zipping in and out of the fields of combat, as well as several more abstract adventurers.
You get him, Molly. You're a real hero. Who's that gross dude in armor? With the big sword. Ew.
Because you can tell what he looks like from. Because you can tell what somebody looks like from 100 feet up in the air and 15 miles away.
60 feet?
No, it's
And the
100.
answer is yes.
It goes 10 feet up in the air.
Elven vision.
Wait. Perception with a negative 15. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm just gonna mute myself for a minute.
it goes 10 feet up in the 10 squares up in the air. That's 100 feet.
60 feet.
Oh, yeah, no,
Oh wait, no, you're right.
Oh yeah, we rolled a 40. You're right.
it's 50. We do math good. It's 5 times 10 be 50.
I was thinking that each square was 6 feet, so 50. Yeah.
Me, math, good.
So I was wrong too. It's okay.
We're all wrong.
Yep.
You're more
Eventually,
wrong.
We're all losers.
Your steeds come across land, flying over a few trees, and you guys get a glimpse of this from a good distance away.
Fucking grumpy. screaming at us. Those are big boys.
Loktar, bitch.
And as you guys get even closer to this thing, you notice that your steeds slowly begin to start losing altitude.
Oh.
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 Those of you attuned with magic of either the arcane, nature, or divine aspects feel this little tingle in your fingers and your arms. Like your arms might be going numb.
Going
That's really
numb.
good news for me.
They feel like it would be going numb.
What's this thing again? Is it a nullification? field?
Nullification.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
If you
right.
want a recap of what they said it has been causing their spells to backfire, both of arcane and healing magics, and it seems to be empowering the spells of the orcs.
Okay. So
A sort of celestial
this
ward, I
won't
see.
work.
Perhaps the gunpowder is what we need.
yeah, and like literally, we might need to.
I'm very
because
curious
I
how
don't
you
think
guys are
we're gonna be able to
communicating
grind.
this going to 16 or 15 feet every 6 seconds.
Well, what we're doing is.
It's magic, okay?
Oh hey! What did we say this totem does?
I mean, you guys are actually capable of stopping the horses. You have control of the horses.
We're literally going 11 miles an hour. It's not that fast. We're good. We're good.
It's magic. We ain't got to explain shit.
Wallace comes to a halt.
In the words of Terry Pratchett. Wait, Wallace just stops?
Just stops.
Wallace, what the fuck are you doing?
Feel weird. Like something's wrong.
I do too. It's
Oh,
the
he's
town.
becoming a man.
Dawn, I will throttle you when this is over. Yes, this is what we were warned about. Elrond, remember this. I wouldn't. I don't. It's a nullification field of sorts, if not celestial.
So we're just gonna go in there and think nothing's gonna happen to us?
No, we're gonna temporarily not be able to use any magic, probably.
Your steeds are continuing to lose altitude while you guys are.
These horses
No, we're
magic?
stopped. I
And
thought
our-
we stopped.
Yes, your
And our
magical
We're in the field
horses
already.
are losing
And our
altitude.
We're
horses
in the
are
field.
what?
Oh, well then we need to go and.
If we're gonna go, let's do it.
Yeah.
Punch it.
Alright, let's do it. But I have a bad feeling.
Okay,
The thing's only gonna
Fortune
get
favors the
stronger as we
bold.
get closer.
I need each of you to roll initiative so we can figure out who's going to do this in what order.
We're rolling initiative.
Is
Yeet.
initiative...
Initiative.
That's a thing I remember where it is. Yes,
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Click on your token. Oh, your tokens aren't visible. Hold on.
I don't have a token.
Let me go back. You can also do it in your character sheet.
Yeah, but we
I
can't do
tried. Why isn't mine working?
I rolled
Oh my
above
God.
it. Holy shit, Bretta, you are ready to fucking kill people. And Rix is fucking terrified.
Well, yeah, her new
Yep.
pony's going away.
Oh yeah, that pisses her the fuck off. She's ready to fucking slit some throats.
Oh yeah. Nobody takes my demonic bunny from me.
See, that's the spirit. Like Kovan was more like you.
Then he's
Christ,
gonna
Carl.
do Kovan.
Alright, so not counting the two that aren't here.
His horse actually turns upside down. and
Kovan is
drops.
not excited to be here.
Okay.
Wait, Coven and I both rolled 1.
Yeah, but yours was still 18.
At the signal to do it. So here's what I need. Are you guys all going to fly in at once? Or are you going to kind of... What's your plan of attack here?
That's a good question.
Well, we're
Should
going
probably
to,
have the
if we
ranged
can
people
still
stay back.
fly. Well, I mean, yeah, we all have, like, barrels strapped to our things, so let's go in, throw the barrels, to hopefully hit the totem and the guys next to it, and then should we light the barrels before we, throw them down and hope that?
And
No,
if we
they will
miss-
explode immediately.
Well, what
Well,
about
a
if we put
fuse?
wicks in them? Yeah, a fuse of some kind.
I guess someone has to stay behind.
Why are we thinking about this now?
Fire
We're
retardant-
Free fall!
Fire
Jordan
retardant
knows the
planning to
spell,
drop in.
Dorn is more sober than me. Dorn, what do we do?
What makes you think I'm sober?
You're more sober than me.
If you're gonna get
Mother
drunk
of
to the
God.
point of
I think
not
we
being
need
able
a
to
test
play,
subject
we're gonna have problems.
to know
I apologize.
to know what happens.
Um,
We need one to be a lead, and then the rest.
let me roll intelligence.
Actually, that's probably a good idea.
Because it's a matter, it's not so much a matter of that, it's a matter of realizing how fast the spell is going to fade. If we have a few turns to fully move across the field and actually drop off our payload, then it has the potential of working. If the deeper we get, the faster we fall, that means the spell is basically more concentrated, which means we're not going to be able to do our agenda, so we have to kind of wing it.
Yeah, if we
Okay,
can't cast
So
spells.
you guys
Could I roll
are about
Could I roll Arcana on that?
on the tree line here. If you zoom in, you're on the tree line,
Okay.
which
Could I roll
is
Arcana on that?
about 5 miles out from it. And these horses are slowly dropping. They're not like plummeting. They're just slowly. You can tell they're losing altitude.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll Arcana for what?
Sweet.
Oxygen mask dropped down from
From this guy.
I mean, put your heels into
void
it.
portal.
Alright, 32. That's a sick roll. Okay.
For what? What are you trying to?
Arcana.
I know it's for Arcana. Well, what are you
So-
using it for?
Can we get close to this totem without our horses immediately hitting the ground? Do we actually have the chance to do our little dive bombing routine?
I'll lead.
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
You don't know
I'll
the
go
effects of
first.
this thing.
Is Wallace's horse fading, I guess, slower than everybody else's because he waited?
Yeah, he waited back closer to the tree, so he's a little bit higher up than y'all are.
I'll
Okay.
be a test subject.
So it's getting worse as we go in. So by the time we actually hit the totem, we're probably not going to be able to fly at all or cast any spells.
Mm,
So
what if we flew
Yeah.
up and just
We are going
dropped-
to hit the totem.
You do know that this. You also know that the range on this thing seems to be pretty significant if it's been affecting the battle up in the front city as well as the forces over by Arkan and them.
Gotcha.
It's probably just become more noticeable now because you have a tree line that you just flew over and it's been slowly getting closer to you.
Right.
So essentially, we're going to have to land on the ground, put our supplies off to the side, go take care of them, and then blow this bitch up.
Yeah.
You guys can try this however you want. You do have a safety net with the horses. It states in the spell if the horses either
So-
vanish, you do slow fall
Why-
to
we're
the
going to
ground.
need some help though. We're not going to have any spells or anything like that. So how are
Why
we going
don't
to
we have
defeat
one
these
go
huge guys?
in?
I can shoot my bow at it.
Yeah, but I mean like
Now, some
Well,
of
that's
you,
not gonna work.
Not an arrow.
I don't know if that would be quite effective.
you don't know whether it just it doesn't completely block magic. It's causing backfire at some points. Because they've still been using magic out in the field of battle. They've just had severe issues sometimes using the spell. So you don't know how.
I suggest not blowing ourselves up with barrels of gunpowder attached
Gunpowder
to
is
us.
not magical, Rix.
Dorn,
But
in
your
character, would
fireball
probably say,
spell
let's
is-
just go do it, and
yeah,
then power through.
let's fucking do it.
Don't you all
Like,
have
take-
flint and tinder?
Yes.
We do.
Yeah, let's fucking do this. Like, yeah, totally. Go for it.
Actually, you know what? I don't think Dorn does
He
because
uses fire.
he wouldn't
magic.
need it.
Wait,
You'll
wait,
just
wait.
have to risk it.
Wait,
Risk
wait,
the
wait.
spell.
What kit did you start with when you made Dorn?
I didn't start with a kid.
He
How
bought
the
his
fuck do
stuff
you not start with a kit?
because he bought his stuff.
Mhm.
He wanted
well.
to start with the gold amount and build Dorn from that.
Well, you may not, but Elrod has an adventurous kit, which
The
includes
new
a flint.
players have adventurous kit. Wallace has an adventurous kit with flint and tinder. Elrod
Dorn's
has
gonna
an
be too
adven-
busy
flint
throwing
and tinder.
fireballs. It's fine.
Kovad has flint and tinder. The only one who doesn't have flint and tinder is Dorn.
Do we have to be on the horses for them to work?
No,
No.
No,
you
they'll
have
wait for
command
us.
of the
So why
horse.
can't- So
Well,
why
if-
don't we have one? Why don't we have one
If
pony
I'm reading
up
that right.
with
There-
another one, and and smack a horse in and follow the horse. Or a distraction, we could drop off our payload.
And the ones that have double riders, one person could guide it and the other one can.
Yeah, it can like
For
be
instance,
a bombardier.
Me and Bleeder are the
Exactly.
smallest too. I saw one horse would be one of y'all.
So
Right.
it's immune. Okay. Obviously, I'm taking some GM. I'm rereading the thing, but obviously, my point with the totem makes sense, even because it is magic. Even though it says immune to any effect other than damage, but this is a magical spell. So I'm taking some liberties with this.
Okay.
What?
So who?
He's trying to interpret the ritual as opposed to what he's built up
Oh, okay. I got you.
for
Go
the
ahead. Yeah,
pylon.
I understand. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. We'll stick with what
Okay.
we have.
So we'll still try and bombardier them, and if that doesn't work,
But yeah,
then
you
we'll
guys
dismount
have-
and kill these guys.
The steed is associated to its rider. So in that case, you might want to say that Bretta's steed is associated to her, not Koromon.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Olivier.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we could have Koromon throw the things.
So
Throw
I mean,
Koromon.
Totally,
it
let's do it.
listens to its owner's commands. Dorn knows this.
Oh, I'm totally gonna put gunpowder on mine. That's just tell it to run towards the
That's
thing
all I
and
was thinking.
blow itself up.
Elrod would also know because he
Kamikaze.
showed
Yeah.
the
Right.
So I'm gonna
So
grab y'all's
why
tokens.
don't we
real
pack
quick.
all the powder on the certain horses, but we're gonna have to have someone guide it in.
No, you can just tell it what to do. It's a
But we have
The
to make
horse
sure it
follows
makes
our
it there.
orders. It's magical.
The horse is significantly faster than the orcs.
Y'all are not that
Unless
close.
it
It's just so you're
loses
on the map.
magic.
So I know what I'm gonna do. If someone wants to play bombardier, they can. I'm gonna land the horse and put the gunpowder on it, then tell it to go and blow it up once it reaches. Tell Dorn to throw a fireball or something.
Should we try a test horse?
throw a
'Cause we don't know
spark,
how the horse is
probably.
gonna- we don't know how the horse is gonna.
We do
React
currently
as
have
it
the
gets
element of
closer.
surprise, but we're going to lose that soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's missing from the horse?
Me?
No, you're there.
Oh no, someone fell off!
Oh, there.
Elrod's gone.
Sora?
Elrod vanished.
Kovod, Firebeard,
Oh.
Koromon, Dorn,
Wallace is
Your
there.
fire could do a suicide mission.
Bretta,
I'll
Rix,
just
Tanakh,
revive him later.
Sora. No, Sora's riding with Koromon. Bretta is riding with. I don't know.
Wait.
You had 10 people and only 8 horses. I just remember that much.
2 people had to ride Bish.
So we'll just do that. Because Sora's technically with y'all.
So we're just going to send the horses in.
You could do. Well, I mean, if you want to try bombardier runs, you can. I didn't know what I was gonna do. Yeah.
My point to the matter is we keep losing more and more magic as we get closer. Yes, the horses are working now, but who says they're going to make it that far by themselves?
Well, if they don't, then we.
They're gonna peter out, but our whole point is to take out the pylon.
And I'm assuming they can run once they hit the ground.
Yeah.
Right, Dorn?
Yeah.
Hold on.
They're
Read.
still magical.
They're still horses.
They
Okay.
are
when
conjured
when
steed.
they hit the
not full.
ground, the orcs will be able to hit them a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if they hit them and kill them, they're still surrounded by gunpowder. We throw a spark, in there. Or I'd light a torch and chuck it.
Right.
It
Yeah.
doesn't specifically say anything about being separated from its rider, but I think there's some sort of bind between the
Yeah. They're
Would I be able
definitely
to?
No, if I understand the spell correctly, they're definitely bound to us for 12 hours. So they're
But
definitely
does
with
that
us.
mean that they have to be attached to us, or we
No.
can just combine? Oh yeah. Okay.
No, they're
well
under
then we're
that
fine.
rider's control.
Actually, it says right here, the steeds cannot attack or affect other creatures in any way other than to serve as mounts. So our actions we can do, but we can't just be like, okay, go forward, pony, and then it flies in with a bomb on its back and explodes.
We can't
No,
tell
but
it
we
to
have to
go
be
Well,
forward.
no. It's not affecting a creature, and
It's a
it
mount
isn't
for
directly
a
doing
gunpowder.
it. We've strapped it with gunpowder. If it goes and just stands by the thing, even if it dissipates, the gunpowder will fall to the ground next to the totem, and we can try to ignite it.
I
Would
don't
I be
know.
able
That
to-
feels kind of. I don't know. That's up to Seth. I can't.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright. Well, if it's metagaming or whatever, just let us know.
Yeah, stop us if we're getting too meta.
Oh well. I'm looking at
Okay.
how many.
Then we
Turn-
just
I'm
run
looking
in
at how many
pattern,
turns it
run
would
a
take to
circle
get.
around.
You guys
Will
are
I be
about.
able
This
to?
is that fast.
The tree line is 5 miles out.
Oh,
That is 5,280 feet. Or 5,280 squares. Divided by 20. 264 squares. Times 6. It's 1,584 seconds.
That in minutes is divided by 60.
26 minutes. 26
Okay.
Oh my god.
Wow,
My god, it
that's
really is a bombing run.
not exactly
We
a
are-
surprise attack.
How many is it? What was it?
We are 21 minutes away from the payload.
20 minutes? Give or take 20 minutes by the time you guys get everything.
Okay.
I'm going to say because they're still technically being used as mounts. They're mounts that are being used to carry, because you can have empty horses without. You can have all 8 horses up without a designated rider. As long as they're used as a form of travel of some sort.
That's how I see it, yeah.
so can I make my horse look like a sandstorm?
Yeah, roll arcade.
Would I be able to
I need to see my
use
token.
Fuck
flint
it.
and tinder and light an arrow
Oh
on
yeah,
fire?
you need your token. Sorry.
Fuck it. I want to roll that. Can I roll Arcana 2 to make my horse look cool?
He's already talked to me about this. Why don't you wait a sec?
Okay.
That failed.
The effects of the totem just completely nullify your attempt to do something awesome.
Oh.
Oh,
Fucking totem.
yeah, totem.
It's a demon horse. What else do you want to? It's pretty cool.
I was trying
Could be
to
cooler
make
with
this
a
look
beard.
like a sandstorm coming
Be
in.
cooler with a
So y'all's-
beard.
Y'all's idea would have worked, no matter
Right.
what. We would
Okay.
have been in disguise.
It'll be
even if we
okay.
didn't make it.
And
Truth.
Dorn, don't worry, you're not breaking anything here. I've thought of several different scenarios. Because I have your ritual list. So
My God.
The pipe 5x5.
So, how do you guys want to do this? Your horses have to travel 20 minutes from the tree line.
I would go to the point of where, like, we're close to it, land, and then put some, I don't know, gunpowder on there, and then light it. I don't know. Yeah.
I think we need more epic
gonna-
music for this too.
So we're not gonna be able to really wait by the tree line because that's far away.
Yeah, it's way too far away.
Well,
Yes,
eventually the
so we're
horses
gonna-
will just be nullified entirely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna have
so
to
we
be
need
up
to
there with them.
Go. Yeah, we need to just go and
I personally think we just need to go. Yeah.
yeah. If some people want to try and fly over it, you can. I don't know if the horses still work there. We'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
I
But
think
yeah,
some people
go
want
in
to
and then-
land. Like
No,
people
yeah.
who can ignite the gunpowder barrels should land.
Even if
Yeah,
we get
absolutely.
if we get close enough to the point where the forces aren't flying, but they can still run because they're bound to this plane until the spell ends, at least. They can run into it on the ground while we deal with the orcs. And even if we can't immediately ignite the gunpowder, we can try to while we fight the orcs.
Cool.
At the very
Sounds
least.
good.
Yeah. So they're not going to completely vanish because it's a weird ritual spell, unless that's the point, and I'm wrong. But
So how are we
They-
going in? We going single file or?
Oh, we'll go in as like a
mass assault.
And
mansion, right?
no,
Yeah,
del-
just a-
Delta formation.
yeah, Delta formation. There we go.
It's
Fly
like
we
where's
need
the-
we need flight of the bumblebees.
In the words of the Russians in World War II, just throw bodies at it till it stops moving.
Unfortunately, with the jukebox changes and the end of SoundCloud, I can't just randomly pull music up at any time.
That's okay. But yeah, that's our plan. Let's do it.
Okay, so you guys are gonna line up and pretty much just charge in there
In a Delta
I
formation.
guess so.
We have a good plan.
in Delta
can't think of it.
formation. Okay, sorry.
I honestly can't think of anything else.
Yeah, and just kind of seeing how the horses react once we get closer and closer to the totem, if
Right.
they are forced to land or whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. If they land, then we've got the kegs near, or the the gunpowder nearby, and we just fight our way to the friggin'
Totem.
It is 20 minutes. It's not a 20-second fly
and
over,
that's a
so
good-
we'll
that's a
have
good-
some time to see what's happening.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. If we hit the ground 10 minutes in and we're still riding on freaking fell horses, that's still awesome. Horses are like
So,
tanks, and medieval
that's what we're
combat, So,
Okay. So you guys rally up and start your flight. And as you go through the first mile, let me turn this down a little bit.
yeah, it's a little loud on my end too.
Maybe you can adjust it on your end too.
I can?
In
Oh, right, I
settings.
can. True.
Oh yeah.
The first mile in, you guys find your horses continue to slowly descend. They don't seem to be plummeting yet. But as you, those of you that are attuned to magic, your fingertips actually start to feel like flat out numb. Like you can still feel your fingers and stuff. They just feel like your hands falling asleep.
Damn, little magic.
You guys
I have
continue
a
your
bad
flight.
feeling about this.
Continue flying. As you get to that second mile in, you're now 3 miles out. Your horses suddenly take a good 20-foot plummet. You find yourselves 30 feet above the ground, continuing to fly.
Whee!
But they
Would it be-
pretty much go.
Yeah.
We might be experiencing some turbulence, and
Make sure your tray tables are up and seat backs are in the upright position.
Is there anything you guys wish to say, comment, or do at this moment?
Would it be best to descend ourselves? Fly maybe 5 feet above the ground. Should the horses,
Well,
fail?
if we fall, we fall.
We'll be less visible that way too.
That's a good point.
We'll be like stealth bombers.
Also, Rix, you should probably adjust your health to be
Well, if
full.
we're that close to the ground, we are susceptible to being attacked.
Okay, 10 feet.
Doesn't matter. I can't really feel my hands anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll continue to descend as we
About
get
that,
closer
can
and
you
closer,
guys
so
still
let's
cast spells?
stay as high as we can for as long as we can, otherwise we'll just be on the...
That's my take as well. Because we're gonna just drop off. I mean, we're eventually gonna, land on the ground. We don't just.
So, no, my only thought is we should descend and land on the ground on our own terms rather than crash into it. So,
Oh,
we should,
We won't.
okay.
Okay.
Oh no, that's one thing that actually is specified.
Okay.
In the spell.
Dorn says that it's safe.
No, it's
The
specified.
steed. If a steed is flying, when it disappears, the rider descends safely to the ground, landing at the start of his or her next turn.
Right on top of
Okay.
an orc.
And the supplies and the gunpowder.
It'll all land safely.
Oh.
Dorn, can you create any fire?
That's a good question. He's gonna try to conjure up a little ball.
'Cause
Roll
if your
arcane.
hands don't work, mine won't.
Sorry, what did you say?
Roll
Miss?
arcane.
Elrod will also attempt to generate flame in his hand.
You're still producing magic, although it clearly seems not as powerful as before.
Oh my.
Elrod's flame is a little weaker than Dorn's.
I'm screwed if we hit the ground.
Yeah.
Flame on.
Your little warlock buddy
We'll
does
continue on.
is the Michael Jackson warlock. Remember that. He's got one deathly hand and one normal hand.
Oh no.
You guys continue on.
For the cause.
Okay, you guys continue flying in for the next mile, putting yourself 2 miles out, and your horse, you feel the patter of the ground underneath your horses as their hooves make contact with the ground.
Alright, looks like we're not dropping the gunpowder on them.
Yep. Yeah.
That was worth a shot.
Well, we can dive off the
Weapon is
horse
hard to-
and let the horse run into the tower if we have to.
We'll continue on, I guess. Yeah.
I would suggest stopping first.
Are there any orcs around us right now, or?
Yeah, have they spotted us yet? Since we hit the ground?
That's a good question.
Wallace, You can't even feel your hand right now.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Guys, I can't go any further. If I do, I will die.
What?
Excuse
This is-
you.
This is something you probably needed to tell us before we attacked the gigantic tower. What do you mean you'll
kept
die?
trying to tell y'all the
Dorn.
magic probably will run out.
Elrod and Sora need to make arcane checks as well. Or,
Sorry,
Kovan
what?
make
What's
a
happening?
religious check.
Elrod make
Dorn and
religious check.
Elrod make arcane.
Oh my god. Brother Firebeard and I are gonna have to do this alone.
Oh my god.
You want me I'm sorry, did you also want me to make a religion check?
No. Is your name
Okay.
Kovan?
No, I misheard you. Sorry.
Okay.
Hey, Elrod, 34.
Dorn, Elrod, and Sora. You all attempt, because you know the effects of the thing, you all attempt to make some kind of small spell in your hand. Dora's is ice, or Sora's is ice, of course. And it kind of puffs up for a brief second, then immediately dissipates. Kovan, you feel none of that natural connection, natural pull. You feel like the holy magics that are stored within your body are gone.
Oh, that's sad. Okay,
Well, shit. This is looking bad.
it's fine. But still, Wallace, you're gonna die.
Are you literally held together by magic, Wallace?
Yes, I'm a warlock.
But
and
I
I'm
mean,
a spell sword!
this was something to tell us before we got to a gigantic magic disruption field.
You
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Didn't Wallace sit there and say, we should send in a test subject? But no. Everyone sat there and said, we should just fucking go. And everyone's all happy
Okay.
and dandy.
Okay, well, stay here and hopefully,
We're gonna have.
no one comes
It might be
by and
dangerous if
kills-
if
So
he
you
comes
just
along.
want me to
We'll have to
dismount
have.
and walk back?
I mean, you can't go forward, so yeah, I mean, you'll know when it's over when either, a horde of orcs come charging for you and then run away, or
We
you
might.
can
Well, no.
basically-
We might
know,
need Wallace as our escape plan.
yeah, you're
We're
our
gonna have to
escape
get out
plan.
of
There
here
you go.
somehow.
Oh yeah, the guy who can't do magic so escape plan. That's
Well,
fucking good.
Well, assuming we
Alright.
succeed, you will be able to do
What will
magic.
we do?
Yeah.
Come in one by one with my horse. That will disappear.
Okay, cool. Well, bye, Wallace.
I hope you
I
remember
hope
how
you live.
Yeah.
Wallace turns his horse around and starts to head the other
I
way.
need somebody to roll perception, please.
Perception it is. Come
And
on,
yes,
somebody else
if you're
roll.
looking back at the map and seeing that the tokens have moved, you're right.
Perception?
You
I
can
have a
roll
fucking
perception?
+9. Someone else roll, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Ah, good. Your scouts are actually doing their job. Bretta and Riggs, you pick up on movement. It's 2 miles, but it's a flat field at this point. You see movement off in the distance as the orcs, what is obviously orcs, creatures off around this massive totem that juts up several stories into the sky, seem to be posturing and gathering their forces onto this side of the totem.
Perfect, they're grouping together.
It seems they've
They're
noticed
grouping.
you.
They see
Yeah.
us coming.
They
So
see
they-
us.
Are they continuing forward and I turn back?
I don't know. Do you guys stop your horses, or you guys try to talk like and all this as you continue on?
Are we 2 miles out?
You're 2 miles out.
Well, considering we're 2 miles away, we have time to pause and talk if we want to. Now's the time.
Okay, sure. What do you want to talk about?
How impeccable the
How-
orcish vision is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 miles forward, yeah. Well, if we get closer to the totem, can you guys even use your magic? Shouldn't we just draw them out here so you can just fight?
If we,
I don't think they're
if
gonna
we-
leave the tower.
if we wait-
but
especially if we wait here, there'll probably be reinforcements.
yeah, you're right.
The problem becomes my whole thing is kind of magic. The connection to the Feywild and
If you,
Corellin.
if you really
and
want to know
being
how
a
they
half-elf.
noticed you, is because they saw fucking things falling out of the sky.
Oh yeah. They look up.
They literally just look up.
Yeah. No, I mean,
There's flying demonic horses.
So, I can stop things good, but it's not quite my forte. I'd say it's about
I
half
know.
of it.
So
you
I've been
think I'm
practicing
gonna
my
be
staff
any
skills.
use over? I'm gonna be smacking things with this useless little club thing.
Have you thought about me at all? Look at my height and my size, and I can't do anything.
Oh yeah. I don't
He
think you
d-
can even carry a sword with that height.
That's why we're
think
stopping
we'd-
to talk about it.
I think we need our spell mages and
So
heal
nobody,
out.
But
nobody said it had to be done in one day.
I
You know
say
nothing
we
of our
treat-
work.
Facts.
we still have
While
explosives.
while
I
the
don't know,
army,
we
while
should still
Talaba is
try it.
still fighting out there.
No, my niece.
Yeah, but the faster we take this thing down, the faster that we can actually claim this this choke. And
and if we
No,
blow
If they
up
are,
the
yeah,
tower,
especially if they already see us.
No, wait. That's a really valuable hint, actually. We
If we're
may
going
not.
to do this, the magic needs to be in the back.
No, this may not be a fight we're actually meant to win. We might need to use something else to get this done.
Eh, Dorn, can you try to shoot something at the totems to see if it disappears or what the distance
Well,
that
he
it
tried.
disappears from?
2
tried.
miles? That's a long range for a spell.
yeah, my quiche practice didn't prepare me for 2 mile shots.
The orcs
I
haven't
failed you.
attacked us yet, right?
They're, yeah, the orcs are
No.
not moving, they're just standing there. Hmm.
From
There's
what you guys can
not
tell, they're
yet
just
Well-
kind of
been any
posturing
aggression.
up to the other side of the totem.
Exactly. So they're probably not going to rush us because then they would expose the totem to other forces, whether it be flanks or, coming up the cliff face.
Right.
So honestly, our threat being here kind of reduces their effect.
So what if we send half the horses running towards them as a threat and try to run around them?
You mean split the party?
Absolutely
No,
not.
I didn't say split the party. I said send 4
well,
horses.
look,
They're bound to a
Double
rider.
up and try
the
to go
totem is what's disrupting the magic, right? So we blow up the totem, and then all of a sudden all of our magic returns.
Yes,
That
but
too.
that's 2
Assuming
miles
that it
according to
works.
Orcs.
Yeah, if it doesn't work, we run away.
Kovan, we can't.
Oh, I thought we had horses that were really fast. No.
We
Yes,
do, but the
if they die as we get closer, we
Oh,
have
okay.
the horses.
Rix,
Okay.
with the gunpowder, you can make an explosive arrow or something like that.
no, but
I
that's
got
a
a
re-
flint.
Sorry, you go.
An explosive arrow with the gunpowder or something like that.
I don't have the materials to make a gunpowder arrow, but I can light it on fire just enough for it to reach the gunpowder if we place it there.
Mystic,
Yes.
where's Half Pint? Is he still around?
He's with you.
No, there's a serious
He's still with you right
question
now.
on
The
this.
horses are still with
Here's
you.
a
Half
serious-
Pint is still with you.
Here's a serious question because Half Pint is magic. If I can send Half Pint out to see how far he disappears,
Well, he can only
we can
go,
see
I
how
think,
much
20
can
squares
only
away
go-
from you.
Yeah, well, I can see 20 squares away from me if I'm gonna die or not. That's the horse's distance, right?
Yeah, I believe he can only go 20 squares, but you can still use that. You can use it as sort of a distance marker as you guys
He's
travel.
gonna be our Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's gonna guide us through.
Yeah, he doesn't technically die anyways. You can bring him back.
Exactly.
Right.
But I think what I think you're trying to say is you guys could continue forward and use him as sort of a judge of how powerful the field is getting.
If we're getting weaker or not, how quick he disappears.
Now that said,
Right.
he is a far simpler spell than the horses are,
That's true. He vanished before the horses did.
but you still get a good idea.
Right.
I don't know. Wouldn't a more powerful spell be more difficult to dispel?
That's what I
No,
said.
no, that's what
That's
we're
what I
saying.
said. A familiar is a
Like a level 1
it's a
spell.
heroic level feat.
Yeah.
So it's far simpler compared to so many phantom horses. That's like,
Wait, Everett? Did you just say that those orcs were like kind of honorable? Maybe they can accept like a duel or something like that. We can bring them out here.
I don't think that's a duel we'd win, Bretta.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Not without our magic, anyway. Considering 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, what other tools do we have to defeat this
Well,
tower?
It's 20
Bretta
squares.
is pretty stealthy.
It's also
Well,
a flat
sure.
field in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to surprise them.
She has like
Where is
25.
my cardboard box?
But if we
They're gonna be guarding it, even at
If we can
night or anything
distract
like that.
them.
We can't sneak up. We
Well,
can't, like, if what are we going to
sneaking-
do? Get another army or something like that? There's
Well,
no real other option to killing them.
Sneaking up on them at night is significantly more, well,
It's an open field.
Possible.
They're gonna have like towers lit, like lights lit and stuff like that. They're gonna have guards.
They're gonna be lit up.
torches only go so far. How are the horses?
Not
Here's
to
a good
meet
question.
our glowing green horse.
How are the horses? We're just chilling here 2 miles away. Are they continuing to diminish or are they remaining
They're
stable?
just waiting on your orders.
Okay. Gotcha.
I say we use Half Pine as a lead, and if we're gonna do this, as quickly he
Yes.
gets away, the more we know our horses are gonna diminish.
That's fair. We'll use, as much as I hate to say it, we can use Half Pine as a canary if he begins to, you know.
No, he's a
complain.
dog.
Mining canary, not a canary. Dawn, thank you. If we get close and he either vanishes or begins to complain, we can
Or
turn back.
never comes up.
Huh.
If my wiener
It sucks to not be
disappears,
Talos
we
right now,
have
doesn't it,
trouble.
Grievous?
Yep.
Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing. We're having a conversation in chat.
Oh, okay.
The point is, Talos knows war. None of these characters do.
Nope.
Well, good thing I sent Talos a letter. Say the
yes.
queen's pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta be there.
You weren't here yet. He sent. He wrote
Wait, somebody's pregnant?
He wrote Talos. He sent Talos a letter about the queen.
Yes.
Oh, I remember.
Last night.
Also,
so
I
the
do
dove is only so
have-
fast.
One thing to remind you:
Yes.
if I do die, and please don't let that happen,
No, no.
if my king sends help, they won't help you if I'm not here.
Just like how he assumes he's gonna like disappear and crumble to dust.
Wallace, magic is woven into the fiber of my being, and Rix is over here, considering we're elves. You're not going to vanish if you get too close to this thing. Your powers may cease, and you may have to hide behind us, but
it
you're not going to turn to
disrupts
dust.
magic. It doesn't eliminate magic. It disrupts it. It just like makes it
Yes.
not work occasionally.
What's funny about that is if the magic disappears and an orc gets a hold of me, he can dismember me and I disappear that way.
Yes, but don't let him get a hold of you.
He makes a valid point.
To be fair, Koromon could do the same thing to him.
Yes.
Yes, but he's oily on our side.
Oily
Would we be able to disguise our now somewhat useless spellcasters as prisoners?
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
If-
whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm not pretending to be a slave again. I learned from that.
Where are you even going with that? None of you even look like orcs.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a
No.
half orc in the party.
But no, I mean they sent back our injured.
Yeah.
So they have
And the orcs don't leave the battlefield until they die. They don't.
it's
They
a
don't.
way to get.
They don't have injured come back unless they win the war.
Fair.
How many times can you make these ponies pop up?
Well, I mean, here's a thought, though. Elrod could always challenge their leader.
You what?
In
Oh,
a
well,
no
one-
magic.
one-on-one
One-on-one
Challenge the
duel
leader?
with his leader without any of his magic. That would
Someone's
be
been paying
sort of-
attention to the title of the music.
You are.
You want me to challenge him to some sort of orcish duel of chieftains?
Maybe it'll be.
I mean, if you're not up to it, I'm sure Firebeard will do it for us.
I believe the term is Mokgara in Orcish.
Do they have a drinking game? Because I can stay sober for 3 days.
You could stay sober for 3 minutes.
Well, you gave me a magic potion. You said I'll be sober for 3 days.
No, Kovan gave you the magic touch, and
He touched you.
Excuse
Oh
me.
my.
Wow, that sounds horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh, Radia.
I
listen.
literally healed him.
Radia.
That's all I did.
So I see this totem as a big ship, and why don't we just each take a side? They'll be bound to crumble. Can't defend both sides at once.
Okay.
Oh, so split the party.
I think someone tried that one time. and it
Split
didn't
in the
work.
party. Cool.
the sad part is, in actual military tactics, pinching their forces is probably the best choice. But splitting our
Yeah.
forces is equally a bad one.
They're moving.
We
So
need
we're
backup.
going. So we're going back to what I said about running around.
Maybe?
I don't think we'll be able to run around them.
I don't know.
Hey,
I honestly don't
maybe
know.
if
Wait.
we just do a giant circle 2 miles out, they'll get dizzy and fall over.
Ew.
Come and knock on our door.
Wallace, can't you do something like with the sand? Make a sand screen
I
or something
tried
like that?
But my hands.
No, he's impotent. He can't do anything right now.
I try again. I try again just to try.
Okay.
Completely impotent.
Yeah,
How the
nothing
hell is
happens.
your Arcana's? Never mind.
He's a warlock.
Yep, still flanks.
Jesus. Spell swords are sword mages are terrifying.
No, you just started with a fucking 18 in intellect.
Hey.
I'm sorry, a 20 because of your race.
Hey.
Power gamer.
Hey. A 20 that I wasn't allowed to use till level 5. To actually give him a chance to die, which he didn't. Ugh.
So, are we going to stay here or just wait for them to get to us?
No.
But we can't make a decision.
Well, they're
I
not
don't
gonna
think
go-
they're Coming in.
They're not going to
It's
approach
2
us.
miles. They're not going to come 2
No.
miles to come get to us here.
They're going to expose their totem.
I say we advance into the mile. As much as I hate to make the wiener dog uncomfortable, if he begins to vocalize or disappear, we'd know
throw
that our
him off
horses won't
ships
be able
for
to stand
fun.
the assault
It'll
either.
be okay.
I think Firebeard has the right idea.
What's his idea again?
Surround
pincer
it, kill
attack.
it.
Pincer him.
Yes, but we're a force of 8. They're a force of...
You actually have force of 10.
8's an even number.
Yeah, Koromon is an army on his own.
Yes, but the bard can't do bard things. I can't do me things. The warlock is terrified. Kovan can't pray.
Dorn just stares at you.
I'm
And?
not terrified. I just
We
can't
have-
defend myself.
We have 4 people that can actually fight closer to the
I mean,
totem.
Oh,
I
we
can
can still
fight.
fight. Yeah, it's just we won't
Yeah.
do much.
I can fight, I just can't protect you. That's my thing.
I mean, I still have like 100 health. I mean, I can smack stuff.
Do you try to intimidate me, Wallace?
An agile
no,
mind
that
is more
fails.
power.
Wait, who are you trying to intimidate, Wallace?
I was intimidating you, but it totally failed.
Fucking fails. You failed that.
No,
by 10,
hang
buddy.
on.
He just looks at you. Are you threatening me, Wallace? I don't even know what you said. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't even know if I told you I was threatening you.
Whatever.
Okay, let's get closer maybe? 1 mile?
Walk a mile closer, I
Let's
agree.
go.
Okay.
And if they begin to advance upon us, we will know. We have time
Walk
to
a
react.
mile in Elrod shoes.
So you guys on the ground now on your phantom steeds here. Continue your way
If we do
forward.
If we do split, how are we going to split?
We'll decide then.
I think it's best we know beforehand.
Yes.
Well, you two, Dawn and Wallace, are the most vulnerable without their magic.
And I'm not crying about it like you.
So
That's different.
We have to do this.
You're a little-
That means they
you're a
shouldn't
little
stick together.
better Than me.
I'll defend you with all I am and
Damn.
have.
If only you had stealthy people.
Oh, hey, Bretta.
Oh, hi.
It's an open field in the middle of daytime. It doesn't matter how stealthy you.
Well, it does if we line up our horses and put them
Put-
behind us.
Put someone on your face and crawl on the ground.
Hide Bretta behind a horse.
Well,
Under a
there's
house.
another.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, if their attention is one way,
Yeah.
Exactly. I
I
could
can
put on
go
a big show.
around. Yeah. If you distract them, I can go maybe around with the horse, go under it, and with the gunpowder, just try to get as far as I can and just light it up and run.
Sure, that sounds great.
I'm
What if I
pretty
put on a
stealthy, too.
fireworks display?
If you are daring enough to do so, Preda, I will not stop you.
I can take care of the distraction.
Oh
No,
yeah.
no. We need you to kill things. I
Just
am
make.
more than sufficient at doing a distraction.
God damn it, I wish we had a fighter. Oh wait, no, we have the hunter, we have the dwarf. He's a ranger. Aren't you a ranger though?
don't you
We
wish
have
your,
two rangers.
your monk was
I-
here? Or your brawler,
Our
sorry.
monk was here.
I need to reach out to him.
Yeah, guys, we should go punch him. Yeah. Fucking deltoid. Yeah.
I'll flex at
Like
him.
he's
That's
still
all.
here.
It's like he's still here.
What's the orc's intelligence?
Can they
Yeah.
hear us over a mile? Can I roll perception?
They're-
to shut that up?
Because I'll go on and put on show. Maybe I'll distract him.
Would it dress a dragon do the hula?
That's cool.
Yeah, dress and drag to the hula.
Okay.
It's not like someone hasn't had me sing already today.
Oh, I'm sure you had a lovely voice for some maiden in a far off.
So, at this point, I'm going to need you guys to make a decision.
Okay.
You've been discussing it for 30 minutes.
I've been vocal.
I know you have. But
I've given
as-
ideas.
Bretta, are you really willing to sneak around them?
Yeah. Just put as much gunpowder as you can into the horse, and I'm on my way. I just need Wallace. Do you have some alcohol left?
About 15 bottles.
Oh, give me one, please.
Go
Yes, take another just in case.
Do you think they'll attack us at once? We might be able to keep them at bay while Bretta sneaks.
Well, if
Hey, as
Dawn
long as
can
you-
must
So we're
If
doing a
the-
distraction. Bretta's sneaking around, and then worst case scenario, we
we should also probably load her up with a little more gunpowder than 2 barrels or whatever. the
Oh
horse
yeah,
has.
as much as she can fit on our horse, right?
Is there a hard limit to how much the horse can carry?
It's a large beast.
It's a large
but beyond
beast.
that,
But I'd say you could probably carry about 4 to 5 barrels.
So,
Perfect.
Plus
There you
her.
so
And
Elrod will
actually
give up
maintain
his
a
2
decent
barrels.
movement speed.
I'll give
It's
up my
my-
2 barrels.
Does my size give me any benefit to stealth?
I believe you took stealth just to have it, didn't you?
I have thievery as a 19,
Oh.
but I have stealth as 12.
No, I mean, you don't get a bonus for your size. It's just that you can, because you're smaller, you'd be a little harder to notice in, like, the thick of things. That's a perk that halflings have. They're just harder to see
Right.
in the foray of combat.
That's what I was trying to think. If I go with them, I could probably sneak off too. But
Wait, you went to sneak? You just said you will die?
if I'm going to die, might as well do it courageously.
Well, I guess that's the way to do it.
Yeah. Okay, lock her up.
Besides, maybe if she gets caught, I can be the distraction so she can make it further.
Okay, cool.
You want to go with her, Wallace?
Might as well.
Yeah, he wants to go with her. Okay, so Doran, you've got fireworks. We go closer and distraction, and Britta will go and try and blow it up. Cool.
Okay.
That's our plan, right, guys? Right?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is it our plan? Yes, we're good.
Ah,
Yes. everyone
Just like the
agrees?
Seems like
sailor,
the
the
best.
worst thing is we die.
seems like the best plan that I have. And
I
Cool.
will, I will not make her do it without her own willing. If she is willing, then she shall.
I am 100% willing.
All right, let's do it.
So, me and her together can carry what, 8?
Yes.
About 8 to 10 barrels.
Yeah, considering they're also really light.
So we need to load them up on these 2 horses real quick.
Elrod gives his barrels immediately.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll
you
give
guys
him my barrels.
load up 8 barrels of gunpowder on the 2 horses. Wallace and Bretta kind of break away from the pack. For speed purposes, you guys are going to have to go back some so you can get back in the air.
Okay.
Because otherwise you got to go
Why
by
would they need
ground.
to
all
get back in the air?
because
So the
you
thing can fly a little bit.
You
Yeah,
can
they have to.
Oh,
you can
Oh.
fly
Around.
along the cliff or something like that instead of riding on the ground.
oh, to like, yeah, I got you.
Because look at
And
the
maybe
landscape
this
here.
time I can make this look like sand.
Because they've got to get cover from the trees or something.
Right.
If
Who
they
all
just go-
stayed with me?
Everybody else.
Everybody else.
Okay.
Penelope's with you?
We're going to have to put on a show because I'm not exactly certain this is going to work, but we have to make them think that it's going to work.
No, we can't do it with magic. Can we make our forces seem scarier than they are?
No, we can try magic. It's just not guaranteed it'll work, right?
Right.
Come on, Wallace! This is going to be fun!
Okay.
Oh no.
So, before Dorn explains his plan, are you guys going to get any closer? Are you guys going to do it right where you're at? As these two
Dorn?
go back and split off.
We'll get
Are we
close.
2 miles away or 1 mile away?
1 mile away.
Okay.
We're
You're
getting
about one and a
closer.
half because you guys started moving and stopped again.
Dorn, we're getting closer to benefit the plan.
I think we're close enough to get their attention. But the main thing is we have to make them feel threatened. Because if
Right.
they feel threatened, they're going to be foolish and probably charge us, which is going to expose their.
Right. I agree.
Now
Well,
I'm
we're
going
not very threatening from 1.5 miles away.
You leave that to me.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Okay. So you guys kind of posture back a little bit, just kind of circling up, trying to keep their attention by looking like you're doing things or planning. As the other two make their way around, it takes them probably a good hour to 2 hours to get all the way around safely without drawing attention. And because they're still in the sky and you guys have the orc's attention, you can kind of see the two small specks on the backside. You can kind of see them posture up about right here because if they go any farther, there's watchtowers.
Right.
So you guys would be about right here. So they go kind of like this. Like that. If that makes sense.
Okay. It
And-
does.
And as you two get closer to that watchtower, you kind of make your way down along the cliff, keeping close to the cliff, and then kind of come back up, popping up out of the trees so that at least they know where you're at. And from there, I would assume you two safely lower yourselves back down.
So, has my numbing gone away?
It went away as you got farther away.
What about now?
Where you're at now, it's the slight tingling you had when you popped out of the trees on the other side.
I really gotta blow my nose. Could I step away for a sec?
Yeah.
All right. Wait.
So at this point,
Never mind, that's a bad idea.
what?
Oh, it drew more attention to us, so go on.
Okay. So at this point, Bretta and Wallace, you guys have been able to pick them out of the sky just because you know what to look for. I mean, you can tell they're just specks to you guys, but you can tell what they are or who it is because of the plan, for the sake of time. And you see as they lower themselves back down to try to get back into the trees, and Dorn is drawing very large circles. It's to y'all. Don't worry about your turn order right now, because I think it vanished anyways because we did it on a different screen. But I have it, so don't worry about it.
Hey, Elrod.
He's away
He
for
has
the moment.
stepped away.
I'm sure he wants to volunteer as a battery anyway.
Okay.
Go for it.
He doesn't need your permission.
Okay.
Yes, I'll totally do it.
Okay. Anybody else that's around? Okay, come here. Kovan, you're going to act as a battery too, because I'm actually going to need as much support as possible. There's no ghosts this
Okay.
time.
I don't have any, like, and okay, sure, you can have whatever I have, but I don't have
Think
much. right
fiery Bahamut thoughts.
now. Okay, I'll try, but I have no connection to Bahamut right now, but I will try.
Remember, you do have a Dragonborn sorceress in your midst too.
I do?
What?
Sora.
Oh,
You.
yeah.
Do you need
person
a
who I
hand?
really haven't talked to yet.
How tingly are your horns right now?
Think
Wow.
think of your heritage and focus it into the circle, please.
Very well.
My heritage. No, I'm kidding. Sorry.
So you've got Kovan, Elrod, and Sora as aiding you at the moment. Who's going to be your fourth?
I don't have Rix. He's gone with the group with the.
What?
No, Brenda and Wallace are the ones that are gone.
Oh, Rix didn't go. I thought he was training stealth too.
He stayed.
I am, but I'm here because I need to. Well,
Because
some
he and Firebird are
some
your
person
only
who can.
defense.
Is to hide behind the half elf. That's me.
I'm not sure he can help though.
I need
He's
I need
an
to
elf. He's naturally
defend with range attacks.
got fey magic, like built just in his blood.
Okay,
But I mean, for
you're
the
gonna
sake
channel
of
your
this,
heritage too.
They're just trying to help. They don't necessarily
Oh,
have to
there's
be
a
arcade
two Rexes.
arcade bound.
It's like demon magic. The will is what makes the way. And I don't know what we're talking
I'll
about.
take whatever I can get at this point. I don't even know if this is gonna work. I'm just trying really, really hard.
Okay. What are you doing? Oh, you leaked it already.
Oh. That would be very pretty. But would that engage them?
Okay, so yeah, you guys have to move up to your 1 mile radius.
We do.
Yes.
10 miles at night. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's fireworks.
Yeah. Do I need to roll anything to help?
Yes,
A d20.
you, Sora, Rix,
Oh, it says
go on.
It says no check.
Sorry, what's up?
Oh.
What am I doing?
But
Oh.
because of what's going on, you need to roll the checks. Because
Alright,
only you're
wait.
What are we doing?
roll a
What am I
d20.
rolling?
If you're aiding, roll a d20.
Roll a d20. You're helping Dord.
How do you roll a d20? What do you type in?
Slash
Slash
roll
roll
1d20.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Jesus.
Fucking hell,
Oh.
Kovan.
Kovan didn't believe
No
it was gonna
connection.
work anyway.
He said he
Yeah,
had no
I
connection.
told you I had no connection to Bahamut right now. I'm sorry.
And lastly, Sora, sorry.
I can't believe I rolled a 1.
Well, thankfully it's a skill
Sorry,
check.
Dorn.
It's not a.
Oh god. Oh, that's the
23,
DM.
20.
good.
Well, that's Sora.
5.
Oh, damn.
27. At 1 mile out, you rolled a 4. But this spell has no check, so it goes off anyways.
Hey.
Nice. I make a massive dragon of fire
Calm down, Gandalf.
as large as I possibly can. That's exactly what it is.
Facts. Peter Pan.
So, with the effects of the magic field in play, you've watched as the fire techniques take off into the air into this form of this massive. What color?
Red dragon, flap its wings.
Massive red dragon, and it goes and it rises and it rises. This beautiful display of flames, and Bretta and Wallace can see this in the distance. While the spell normally lasts for a minute,
10 minutes. Oh, duration.
duration
Yeah.
is 1 minute. As it
No,
spreads,
time.
is it really?
Time is 1 minute. Duration is 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, because of the effect, it's only going to last 5. You can
Okay.
choose to keep it red the entire time if you wish.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make it as big a distraction as possible.
Okay.
Like, what the hell is going on?
It unfurls its wings and let out a bellow of pyrotechnic fire forth from its mouth. And in the 5 minutes that it's up, you see the 2 larger orcs, larger figures. You about a mile out, you can actually see them pretty well at this point.
That's terrifying.
You see them all posturing up at this point here.
Can I roll perception to see how well equipped they are?
is still a
From a
mile
mile,
away.
you can't tell.
Uh,
You could definitely see that these guys are huge motherfuckers.
I'm assuming they're strapped, considering they're an army. They're probably ready to fucking go.
They're orcs. Just because they're
Yeah.
more intelligent orcs doesn't mean they don't fight any less.
Right.
Bretta and Wallace. As this is going on, you guys are just hauling ass.
Hey, Wallace, that's a signal. We need to go.
Let's do it.
Oh god, if this goes down, we're gonna go ham.
How many
This,
minutes did we
next
decide? Or how many?
26.
26 minutes? For 5 miles?
What?
What?
And the pyrotechnics last 5 minutes. We have to distract them for another 20.
No, they'd be within a mile if they could see the pyrotechnics.
I mean, I can keep channeling more. It only takes 1 minute to prep.
No, they don't see the pyrotechnics, they see the orcs moving away.
Okay.
Oh, I misunderstood.
Oh no, I
No, I
misheard
didn't
you.
word it right.
Okay.
So as you guys see those the figures kind of all move on to completely to the other side of the totem, you start taking off. 5 miles.
Do we need a roll?
Not yet. 4 miles. Wallace, you start feeling your hand begin to tingle heavily again. 3 miles. Your horses have stayed on the ground at this point because that's obviously the least noticeable thing you can do at this point. 2 miles. Wallace, your whole magical hand feels numb. 1 mile. Are you using the dog at this point as a scout?
Yeah.
Okay. And the 1 mile.
No.
No, he's just sitting with you.
No, because if I put him out in front of me, someone can see him.
Okay, so he's just sitting with you on the horse.
Yeah, I actually don't even have him appeared right now. He's just gone.
Okay, so you've dismissed
Wait,
him.
you can keep an eye on him. You don't need to have him out and visible like a light.
Well, he has a dormant state. He has a dormant state, really.
Well,
so
you're-
he's
but you're
always
keeping
with him.
But you're keeping an eye on the dormant state, right? If he vanishes, you know how close, you know how scary things are getting.
Yeah, I can feel. I can basically feel if he's there or not.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
1 mile in, you feel a little pop against your neck because Half Pint seems to vanish.
Breda.
Huh?
I have nothing left. I have no magic.
He's lost his weenie.
He's
Oh, shit.
He's
We're
impotent.
so,
He's impotent.
we're so close. Just keep going. Hang on.
We gotta do this quickly.
Come on, we need to do it. There's no turning back now.
What? I'm gonna roll perception and see what the horses do.
You don't have to. I was getting to that.
Cool.
Half a mile in, you feel them starting to slow.
Oh, no. Come on.
Quarter
Come
of a
on,
mile.
baby. Go.
You get to a quarter of a mile, and their speed hasn't dropped, but they start to flicker.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Perform the Winnie song.
Eighth of a mile.
I think we should be prepared to cut the ropes.
A tenth of a mile.
Because the only way we're going to be able to drop
we're
them off
cutting
is by cutting the
feet.
ropes.
That's 500 feet.
We have
Yeah,
enough
a tenth of a
speed. We need
mile
to
is
get as
freaking
close as
close.
possible.
It's 500 feet.
It's 100 squares.
400. 300.
Just keep going.
200.
Keep going. Just keep going.
Going. Keep swimming. Keep swimming.
God, my
100.
goddess really loves me.
Poof. At about 75 feet out, the horses vanish. You guys slowly fall to the ground. The barrels fall down with you.
Perception?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make a noise.
Oh, let me roll perception.
You slow fall.
Pretty
It's
quiet
a
noise.
safe fall.
I don't think the orcs would hear you from there.
Yeah.
We're still putting on our show.
That's 50.
How do the barrels fall?
They
These-
fall
yeah.
gently, so you guys are pretty much like right off the
I
map
know,
at
but
this point.
are they up or are they on their side?
They fall if they were
'Cause-
on the sides of the horses, then they're most likely on their sides. They're
can roll.
they're
So
rollable.
We can roll them.
Yes.
Okay. We need to roll them. They can keep them occupied.
Is there anything Elrod can do to assist Doran in keeping the spell up for longer to buy them more time?
The spell's over at this point.
I thought he was continuing to
What
channel.
did the orcs? Well, it's 5 minutes, and they took 26 minutes to get there.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, I mean, I assume you guys are just continuing to do this.
Right. Like, yeah, no. Yeah. I won't speak for the dragon because it's Dorn's spell, but I'm assuming we're putting on a show to keep them occupied.
The orcs got their popcorn out. Ooh, nice fireworks.
So these are smaller kegs. They're not full-size kegs. A full-size keg is, according to this, 8 to 11 feet tall.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Koromon would barely be able to move one.
No, these are about half-size powder kegs, and
Alright, you can roll them.
you can roll them. So at about 75 feet out, the horses disappear. All the barrels land on the ground. You guys can start rolling these.
Dum, ba-do-do-do-dum, ba-do-do-do-dum, ba-do-do-do.
Your options are
I think-
you
I
each
think-
roll
Okay,
one.
we have
Roll
8.
them together.
Say that again.
I think it'll be quicker if we roll them together.
Yes, we have 8. We need. Here, I have a rope. If you can just put them all together, we can just.
I
No.
don't think we're going to be able to pull all of them. I think we do one at a time.
Man, we should have set Koromon with them. Come on, guys, stealth mission. Flex.
He just carries 4 of them.
I'm gonna roll athletics to see how much effort it takes me to push one.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, athletics. Okay, I'm going to roll athletics.
We said our 2 smallest people.
In a joint effort, it takes y'all.
I'll be right back.
What's your speeds? Both of you have a speed of 7, right?
Right. But we're small enough that if we roll it slowly, it can just barely go, right? Because we can hide behind the barrel.
So
Behind the bar,
you're
yes.
15 squares
Where
away.
did that barrel come
Counting in the weight, but the both of y'all doing it, it's gonna take you 3 rounds to get 1 barrel there.
For
How
both of
about-
them? I
how
thought they were
about one
both doing one barrel.
No, they're doing it together.
Um,
With those checks, they need to do them together. These barrels are bigger than they are.
Okay.
We
So,
so
what
sorry, guys. It's been fun. Hope you have your new characters ready.
Yeah, we'll let you know the result. Sorry it's running a little late. Y'all took so long to deliberate.
so I roll the stealth to see how well we hide behind the barrel.
Brett is a fucking god.
Well, you don't have to roll stealth. You're smaller than the barrel.
Well, that's good news. That's a positive out of that hole.
So,
They're not even looking in your direction, otherwise they'd see barrels rolling.
quick question. How
Yes.
long does it take them to get back? If it takes them 3 rounds to get here, pushing a weight heavier than them together, how many rounds
Oh,
to get back?
Or is
One?
it 3 rounds?
Pretty much 2 rounds. Because they move
So
7 squares apiece, and they're 15
so-
squares out, so I'm not going to nitpick over 1 square. Because
How
The
many
Russian-
barrels do we need to take
it's
down
likely the
So
thing
eight-
the
all
barrels
of
rolled
them.
forward a bit anyways.
I think you had 5 barrels per horse, didn't you?
4. They took
4.
8.
4 barrels per horse. So 8 times 5.
40 rounds.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But if it makes you feel any better, 40 divided by 6, that's only 6. If a round is 6 seconds,
It's 240 seconds.
Wallace looks at Brita
6 times 6 is 36.
It's 4 minutes.
and looks at her dead in the eyes and says, question for you.
Yes.
Do you have any matches?
You have your adventurous kit on.
I actually do.
Somewhere
have
she
ones in
does.
there.
I
Yeah,
have them
because
here
you
in
have a
my.
bag. And if you don't have that,
Bag.
you have some cards.
Otherwise,
Oh my
I'll-
god! Wait a minute!
I don't-
Wait a minute! I open my bag. I just try to get like I search it frankly, and I get my deck of cards. I show them to Wallace. Pick one.
Is this really the best time?
Oh god, that's gonna make a lot of noise.
What happens if it makes them look this way?
I don't know.
Let's just take the first barrel and see how it goes.
I think
Let's just push the first barrel. Let's
Look,
go. Come on.
4 minutes isn't that long. You have time. They're clearly pissed at us.
I'm laughing because I know what order the deck is in.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
He just summons a
Put the
freaking
cards.
bullfrog
Put the cards
and just
away.
croaks repeatedly.
So-
and-
As you guys
we'll
get the
just
4
try to-
barrels there. In that time, as the spell that Dorn and them are constantly trying to keep going finally ends for like the third time, because counting in travel and everything initially. So you guys are about here when the final spell ends. With a small thunk, you get the last barrel into place around the totem,
Mm-hmm.
and several orcs turn around all at once.
Where's
I'm
your
back.
matches? Where's your matches?
Light the
Ah,
fire!
So-
Light the fire, quick!
Freda, you have the cards in
Yes.
your hand.
yes.
Do you search for matches or do you draw a card?
Both question mark?
Oh
You
my
get the ma-
god,
You get the matches. I'll pull the card.
if magic backfires.
Okay.
Wallace has a good idea.
Okay, we will do those both at the same time.
Wait.
I'm going to, my match. You pull a card.
I hope you have a fuse.
Wait, those are magic, right?
She can light the fire. She can light a
Yeah,
fire on
I
the
can,
powder
I
that's
can,
spilled out the
yes.
barrels.
I have some torches also. Yeah.
Okay, so Wallace,
Magic
do you
backfired,
draw
yeah.
a card or do you just take the deck of cards from her?
I take the deck of cards from her and have her pull a match out.
Okay.
Hey, that's mine.
Just get the fucking barrels card, woman!
Okay, I throw the torch at them. I turn to Wallace and say, "Run!"
You
Oh,
just threw a
Jesus,
torch
I
on top of the
wasn't thinking about
barrels.
that. You thought that was
wait,
the
wait,
best
won't work.
idea.
Wait.
Oh, right. I pull out my.
Stop. Bretta and Wallace both
Yes.
roll wisdom.
Oh my god.
But it's like, oh, I could just start fire.
You know you have to light the powder that's pouring out the freaking barrels. It's all over the
Wisdom.
ground.
Have you
Wisdom.
That's
Wisdom.
how
You've
these
seen
work.
cartoons? You've seen cartoons? You've seen
Medieval barrels
You
are
have, to
shit.
go into your, you have to go into your spell sheet and click the wisdom.
Oh
Wallace.
God, 4th edition, save me. Wallace, please.
I
Are
didn't
you
know
smarter
how to
than a-
fucking roll it?
Go-
You're smarter than a 5th
Open
grader.
your character sheet.
I did.
Find your wisdom line. Go all the way across until you get a thing that's
You do know
clickable.
my wisdom's a 9, so
Roll it.
I have a 2 modifier.
So Bretta just throws
Okay.
the torch on top of the barrels,
Oh my god.
and as you two start sprinting away, you notice nothing is happening.
Oh,
Uh,
wait a
uh,
minute.
I'll go back. You
No,
stay here,
no.
go.
No,
No, I'll go. Damn it.
no! I can just run back. I just turn back and go running towards the.
You grab
Look
your
out,
cards
powders.
on your way. He's still holding your
I
cards.
run behind
Okay.
her.
Do I need to do athletics, acrobatics?
Do you draw
Or
a
you
card?
just run?
No, I asked her if she took her cards back after throwing the torch.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Darn.
Wallace has them.
So you can't go out
Okay.
with the bang.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bretta goes sprinting back. As these orcs turn, and you guys see the orcs turn and start sprinting towards the totem.
Okay.
Bretta, you get to the barrels. What do? You just have this torch sitting on top of the barrels.
Yes. I take my magic hookup. I broke a barrel. I just tried to make. Wait a minute. Do they have a tap or something like that? Just to.
No, they don't have a tap on these things.
Okay.
They're still
I
shut
grab my-
because it's gunpowder.
Yes, I got my hookup and I just tried to make a hole in one of them.
Okay, roll a strength check.
Oh god.
A what?
RNGesus, please.
Strength check.
You're right there.
Just like your wisdom one.
Wait, what was it?
Okay,
Strength.
Strength. Oh my god.
Roll a 20.
I give you my energy. Quick, everyone raise your hands.
No.
Oh my fucking
I
god.
run back. I run back. in there,
Stop.
now
Hold on,
see
hold on,
she's
hold on.
struggling.
So Bretta runs up, grabs her hookah, rears back and stabs it, and she can't get it out of the barrel.
Oh.
I run back. I run back in there.
Okay. Orcs advance another square. I'm literally doing this as like a play-by-play. This is a freaking play-by-play.
Oh, fuck.
Do we charge? I mean, I guess we charge.
We are on our horses.
Wallace,
so
help me!
we should
Help me
still
with the
have them.
hookah!
I,
Oh,
I
19
pull-
chests?
I
We're
grab- I
literally
grab
a
the hook
mile
and pull
away.
it out.
Yeah.
We have fast-ass
Run.
horses until 7.
Okay, cool. We
Wallace-
run forward.
You guys
So
start.
we
You
move
guys take
15
off on
squares.
the horses. Wallace runs up. He rolls a strength check. He rolls well enough to help Bretta yank the hook pot out, but he has to let go of the cards in the process.
Oh,
You can't put him in his pocket?
I don't know. He doesn't specify. He just said he ran up and started helping.
Wallace, did you put the cards in your pocket?
I put the cards in my pocket.
Yeah, I don't think you want extra these nice magical cards of chaos to be caught in a giant explosion.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
guys
just put them
yank
in
the
his
hook pot
I-
out. Bretta grabs the torch. Do you just light it now? You have gunpowder falling out now. It's literally like pouring out in a small waterfall of gunpowder.
No, I grab. Hold on. I grab some gunpowder, and start dropping it and start running behind me. Follow me. Bring the
Okay,
torch.
Okay, with the other hand, I grab my cards. Run with Wallace.
She just pickpockets him as he runs off.
As I'm running behind me, I'm leaving clumps in a line.
Like a
of
trail.
gunpowder.
You're trying to leave a trail.
Like a
He's
trail.
gonna be-
Yeah,
Okay.
Looney Tunes style.
So you,
And we get,
you have enough
We
to
get
get
far
a
enough
trail
away.
to about here.
and
Light
Because it's
it!
a handful.
I said, light the torch.
I light it up with my torch.
You light it. And you guys
running.
sprint off. And those of you sprinting in on the horses, you see a flame spark on the backside of the totem. Do you keep charging in?
Elrod holds his
Nope.
hand up. Elrod stops us about a half a mile in.
Okay.
You watch as the flame. You even see the orcs suddenly turning tail and running.
Oh no, that's a lot of gunpowder. It's 5 kegs.
Can we
There's one
keep
there.
running?
I thought it was
Can we
8
keep
kegs.
running?
Yeah, you guys are all
it
sprinting
is.
different directions. It's 8 powder
Frida,
kegs.
Frida.
That
Frida,
is
hey,
more than enough. Come on, guys, we got it.
hey, George, we gotta get away from the watchtowers.
All right, roll 8d100.
And you hear the explosion.
What's happening?
They did it! They did it! By
Did
Colonel
they jump right at the
Grace,
same
they
moment
did
that it
it!
exploded? Like all 80s style?
Ooh, a 20.
You hear this explosion in the behind you guys, all different directions. And those magically attuned people, you get feeling back in your limbs.
Elrod, tears well up in Elrod's eyes.
As
They did it!
you turn back around after the explosion, you just see splinters of wood falling every which direction. And your first objective is complete. You've taken down the totem.
By Colonel
did it! We did it!
As you-
Everyone in the air! We must save them!
We're not done yet. We still got going.
Oh yeah, you have horses still, I forgot.
So, I
They don't
rolled a
have
20
horses.
I rolled a 20. Yeah, I rolled a 20 as Arcana. Is that
Okay.
enough to make us look like sand?
Yeah. You guys are able to like sand shift your way back into the forest. But the orcs seem to stop running. They
Force
watch the
is
horses
5
go one
miles
way.
away.
Well, they're going in that direction. They turn back towards where the totem was. They see the sudden shift of sand. They all draw their weapons and start sprinting after it. And that's where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh my god.
I was laughing all night
Oh.
because you guys were like,
I'm muted.
don't split the party, don't split the party. Guess how you had to solve this fucking objective.
Split the party. We must chase after them! Our horses can fly again! Let us go!
It's
Elrod,
we
Elrod
ended for the
eats
day.
off like Father Christmas.
We ended for the day. We're good. We'll pick it up next week.
Yes.
No, I had to say what Elrod was doing.
No, okay.
Gara
Oh my
Tsunami.
Kovar, go get some sleep, bud. Go get some sleep.
Tsunami.
It's blocked in your country. Oh, thank you, YouTube.
Oh, you can't watch it.
Oh my fucking god, thank you. Jesus.
Everyone say goodnight, Kovar.
I pull on.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't worry, we're not dead yet.
No, we're not dead.
We're not dead yet. Yet.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you guys
I
get
didn't
close
have a
enough to
chance to fuck-
forest that you have some breathing room. You know the orcs are coming, but you have some breathing room. You're feeling really lucky right now, Bretta.
Fucking one, oh my god.
Fucking acted the card in her pocket.
Wallace, you go to hand her your cards, her cards back, and you notice they're already missing.
Oh no.
Oh, what happened?
Did you really think I'd take them from you?
Where is it? Oh well, we just survived that, so
Yes, but why were you worried about the cards? We almost
I
died.
don't know. I just thought maybe we could just grab one card and they would explode something. I don't know. I just.
I mean, the cards did
Meanwhile-
make Dan rich.
Meanwhile, Mist, knowing that there's a fucking like fire starter card at the top of that deck they didn't draw, or something useful.
Baby.
It's fine.
We didn't know if it worked though, because that thing repels magic.
No, that's
Do
true.
still have a portal to that castle.
So he doesn't have a portal, he has a map.
Me?
The map shows
Map
pulls
to
up
the
a
castle?
portal that shows where the castle is. No, Wallace has it. I think. Or is it Rick's?
Oh yeah.
I think it was. No, it wasn't me. I have.
It's Wallace,
Would
I
my
think.
Would my magic map have been like fucked up by this magic?
If you pulled it out, it wouldn't have showed anything. It'd just been a normal map.
Fuck. Okay.
Brita,
Yes.
maybe we should hide in the trees.
Ooh, goddess of stealth over here.
Yeah. She's
Only
got
we had a
better.
stealthy person.
She's got better stuff than Umbra does.
Christ, Wallace.
Oh my god. Can I grab? Can I?
the first time getting in the tree.
Can I just try to grab Wallace and get up a tree?
Yeah,
I
y'all,
got
y'all are
that part,
fine.
don't
You
worry.
guys are far enough away you can get up in the tree and hide safely.
I have like a lot of a
Remember that for next week. You guys are safe for the moment.
You're sitting up in a tree. SITTING.
Hey, listen, my idea is for us to climb to the top of the tree and y'all just pick us up. So
That's probably
yeah.
a good idea. Do it freaking Bilbo Baggins style, and this the eagles descend upon you.
Like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Except on demon horses.
2 less of them.
Yeah.
see, be thankful that Wallace went with her, because otherwise it wouldn't.
I would have been dead.
You
Fucking
would have been freaking dead.
Throw a torch on Barry.
She would have been drawing the card.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love it when a plan comes together.
That's about as best as we could hope for, Dawn. This is
That's
probably the best plan we've had yet. And it barely succeeded.
That is it for tonight, y'all. I don't want to push on because there's possibility of combat if something goes wrong.
Okay.
I will start laying out the map and everything for your next task, but it'll be. So our guests are going to be here for more than a month because this is really dragging out. Because it took us like a month to get to this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
Oh,
die at some point, goddamn.
Welcome
Yeah.
to the club.
Yeah, we need to die at a certain point, so yeah.
Hey, you guys gotta die all honorably so Elrod's scarred for life.
So
Man
we'll
tears.
discuss y'all's exit from the campaign in private.
Okay.
But you guys are I'm gonna let y'all stick around for more than just one objective because they need the stealthy people.
I give you full permission to scar Elrod as much as possible.
Wait, are you trying to tell me that magical horses dropping kegs of powder to explode a tower isn't stealthy?
No door that's about as stealthy as a nuclear bomb.
And I,
First,
and I
before
kept sitting
we
there
talk
telling
about
y'all, what if the horses don't make it? What if the horses don't make it? Ah, it'll be fine. Let's just go.
before we talk all this out of character stuff, everybody say bye to the stream
Bye, stream.
Bye.
and all our non-existent viewers.
Too bad my ass wasn't still.